Welcome back to Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog. Whoa, whoa! Finals are back, game 3. I see Gil has picked a side.
No, I told you, listen, man, he bad luck. I keep telling y'all, man.
Kids in here when I'm shooting.
Bad luck, man. Y'all, Indiana, y'all better listen. Throw some sage around the arena tonight.
They gonna need it. You doing this on purpose,
Bad luck,
Gil.
boy, got the jersey on. Y'all better sage the fucking floor tonight.
Caitlin Clark is showing up.
317.
Caitlin coming?
We ain't worried.
Nap time.
They undefeated with Caitlin in the building. It's nap time.
It's nap time.
But this is Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog. Whoop, whoop. As always, we got the legend Gilbert Arenas here with us. And on this side of the couch.
Nick Young on that, you just throw up any numbers.
No, I was saying woo woo.
That's what you were saying?
Yeah, that's the nap town. That's the nap town tonight. Woo woo.
That's how Naptown says whoop whoop.
Yeah. You know.
And on this side of the couch, we got the man known as Money Making Sonny, NCAA champion of the world, Rashad McCants.
Woo, baby.
And next to me, we got the distinguished gentleman from Oak Cliff, former #1 pick, Kenyon Martin, is back in the arena with us.
Took mine in too. Took mine in too.
Here. No big
Mind stay touch.
For all the fans, we still got 2 viewing options for you, our traditional version, mobile vertical version. Pick whichever one you want to watch. Just make sure you support the show. Here's what's cracking on the arena today. SGA is just the 4th MVP in league history with 3,000 total points in a season. Is it too early to add Shai to the discussion amongst the greatest scorers of all time? KD took to Twitter to defend his legacy, but is it fair to say Durant's career has been disappointing since his departure from the Warriors? He doesn't think so. A lot of internet casuals do. He had to go head-to-head with him. And finally, The Ringer recently updated their top 100 players list for this season. Which players got respected and which ones got neglected. But before we get into all that, as always, this show is brought to you by Underdog. Go ahead, download the app, use promo code GIL, get it to $1,000 in bonus cash plus a special pick'em. As I mentioned, game 3 of the finals is tonight, and as such, Sonny has some picks up in his partner pack on the Underdog app. Let us take a look if we can, please. We got Hali, lower, 2.5 3-pointers made. Pascal Siakam, lower, 1.5 3-pointers made. I'm sensing a trend here. Benedict Mathurin, lower, 0.5 3-pointers made. Isaiah Joe, lower, 0.5 3-pointers made. Obi Toppin, lower, 1.5 3-pointers made. You think all their jumpers will be broke tonight, or they're just
Negative Nancy.
And throw that bitch on the wall. Hope something stick.
thriving off negativity with that?
Last game I went all higher and it didn't hit. We gonna go lower today.
See, I hate these ones because
Tough ones, though.
yeah, Mathurin will come in.
No,
it'll roll
of
around,
course.
it's just-
I'm counting on Isaiah not to play at all.
okay.
Mathurin don't shoot threes like that. Siakam, every time I bet on him to go over two, he never does. So let's figure this out.
Oh, you ain't got to explain your pick. I just that's
Over top, he might, he up in the air. He never, fuck. But it's at home, so I might, yeah.
That's the thing.
Mm-hmm. I'm hoping they still guard Tyrese the same way, though, because they're not letting him shoot.
Yeah, that one I'm cool with him making 3. I get, yeah, cool, but shit.
Yeah, Isaiah Joe probably the only one I'm scared of.
Mathurin, too. Corner 3.
Yeah,
bro.
corner. Yeah.
I'm giving this a moment, letting the chat kind of figure these things out.
My
Digest.
shit low.
I'm trying to get it back up. I'm trying to get it up, Shai, while I'm stalling.
All
a little
good,
vampy.
man. Numbers down all the way around the board, man.
Not a lot of believers right now, but we asked the chat if they're riding or fading with your partner pack. 34% of the chat says they're riding. 66% of the chat currently not rolling,
That's good.
not thriving
That's
off negativity.
great. You know why? Because I'm probably going to win.
And 66% will not be a part of that function. But
So y'all just go opposite of me, y'all will win.
if you do use Shai's partner pack, you win up
go
to
opposite.
more than 12 times your bread, nearly 13 times if you round up. Gil also has some picks up in his partner pack on the Underdog app. Let's see what he's got. Gil got Tyrese Halliburton higher, 7.5 assists.
Oh, shit, he added a boost.
SGA
Oh, shit.
higher, 2.5 blocks and steals combined. Pascal Siakam higher, 15.5 points. Siakam
SGA.
been a little off so far in the finals, averaging 17 a game. But if you use Gil's pack, you got where you be getting the boost at, Gil? The extender, what promo did you use?
Motherfucker, I just give him my picks.
Just click them. Okay, it's a booster pack. got the extender promo. They got a lot of stuff going on the Underdog app. But if you use Gift Picks, you can win nearly 5 times your bread. So we asked the chat if they are riding or fading with your partner pack, Gil. Hold on. Give me un momento.
Easy money.
What's her name? Let me down yesterday.
Who?
Kelsey.
What you had?
I had her
5 assists?
couple threes, I think. 2 threes.
She only
She
had
went
one.
like 0 for 5. Nah.
Oh, she didn't hit none? Oh, hell no. See, that's what,
Everybody else turned up.
So Gil, we asked the chat if they're riding or fading your partner pack. 69% of the chat currently riding with your partner pack on the Underdog app. Up to 5 times your bread. Shai, you 12. They're a little bit less risque.
no, I've been losing. I wouldn't ride with me either. I wasn't even gonna turn my picks in today. I said, fuck these picks, man. Give me some more money.
But if you run with either of those, go ahead and hit the Underdog app, roll with the partner packs. If you don't have Underdog, download the app, use promo code GIL, get up to $1,000 in bonus cash, plus a special pickup. And if you can't watch this show live with us on YouTube, we have audio versions available on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. So we're going to start this with a little interesting discussion that's been dominating sports news. So French Open just wrapped up this weekend. Coco Gauff taking home the crown on the women's side. On the men's side, Carlos Alcaraz mounted a legendary comeback to defeat Yannick Sinner in 5 sets to win his 2nd straight title at Roland Garros. So the 5-hour and 29-minute match is the longest in French Open history, 2nd longest men's major final by time behind the 2012 Australian Open between Djokovic and Nadal. So after the record-setting match, Andy Roddick, a former #1 ranked men's singles player, 2003 U.S. Open champ, offered these thoughts on his Served podcast on how tennis players stack up against other athletes.
I think tennis players are the best athletes in the world. 5 hours and 40-something minutes on the biggest stages. You compare this to other sports. An NBA game is 48 minutes played in air conditioning where you have teammates, halftime, timeouts. To say one thing doesn't mean you're throwing shade at someone else. I'm celebrating and applauding one set of athletes. It's the most complete examination of an athlete that I can think of. You know, we used to get viewed as like, oh, you're soft like country club sport. I don't know that narrative exists. I don't know how you can watch and not say the athleticism on display is otherworldly. I think tennis players are the best athletes in the world. The more I watch it, the more I think it. Tell me why I'm wrong.
A lot of tennis in his day. 5-hour, 30-minute match. So despite saying he wasn't trying to throw shade at NBA players, Roddick appeared to be respectfully disrespectful. But is Andy Roddick spitting or tripping saying tennis players are the best athletes in the world? Shai, what you think?
It's worth the conversation. Going back and forth like they do for 5 hours, knees, ankles, back, spasms, dehydration, all that shit. We can't say whether or not that's accurate because we're not tennis players. You know, go out there and play for 5 hours, hitting that bitch back and forth, back and forth. But they can't say what it is like to be on this side either. Everybody watching from a spectator standpoint. So I think until you actually go try to do it and you feel what it is like, and then you make the assessment, you know. And, you know, Larry plays everything, so I can make the assessment, you know what I'm saying? And there's football players still exist, and there's basketball. We jump, we run, we do a bunch of shit. So it's worth the conversation, but like he said, he's speaking for his set of athletes and his sport, so you can't discredit it. You can only just kind of compare it and have the conversation.
So, Gil, you're a renowned local pickleball player, similar to tennis in some regards. Game's a little bit shorter, playing in the elements, though, in the valley, 100 degrees. What do you think about Andy Roddick saying tennis players are the best athletes in the world?
When you say best athletes, means you take everybody out of their elements and then you put them in other elements to see who can actually still compete at a decent level. I'm pretty sure you can take every basketball player and they can compete. Probably not with him, of course, but they can compete in tennis. I mean, actually, when we retire from our sport, we play that.
Yep.
There's no way he can retire from tennis and play basketball.
Fuck no.
Right? Like,
He would get cooked?
I mean, he would get cooked even if he was young, because that sport you have to learn it from an earlier age, right? So there's nothing they have on us. We have eye-hand coordination. We play against other bodies. This is like shadow boxing, in a sense, right? You're running up and down, moving side to side, but you're not physically in harm of nothing, right? Your worst injury, your top injury is probably what? Wrist,
Get hit with the ball.
Wrist,
ankle, toe turf, blisters on the bottom of your foot, right? There's no knee, patellas being torn. You're not getting clipped out of the air.
Well, I mean, you do
I
have
agree
to.
with that part, Gil, but they are tearing ACLs, tennis elbow.
Lucky for me,
Shoulders.
They have a whole elbow injury.
there's abdominal strains, hip flex. There's when you think of top
So in the top,
tendonitis, they get tendonitis.
that shit strenuous at the level.
No, it's
man.
strenuous.
You ever watch?
Because it's like a runner.
You
it's
ever
like
went to
it's like a runner.
top level, and watched them
Wimbledon.
No, but I've watched a top athlete
No,
of a
no,
basketball player
no, I'm saying-
jump over other niggas that's 44-inch vertical.
I understand that, but I didn't ask you that. I said, have you ever went and watched the top, Andre Agassi, Pete Sampler? Have you ever went and watched, them dudes, Andy Rock? Have you ever went and watched a match in person?
Yes. Not them.
No, the top level guy.
No.
I suggest you do, right?
They different.
But we're not
It's
comparing
different.
how hard it is.
So we're not comparing them, but you trying to you discredit what they. No, they.
No, I'm not just discrediting. I'm saying
they are
when you're-
athletes as well. But they not us. Of course, they're not us.
Okay, so but that's
because they're not black athletes.
No, we're talking
right?
about.
Well,
we're just talking about the
But
top.
that's now. That's
Yeah.
most recently. We're
Francis
talking about
Tiafoe.
the top tennis players are not black.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
They just started.
The top men.
By and large.
They
by and large.
just starting to pick it up and be
Yeah.
somewhat relevant in that sport. So of course they're not going to be the athletes that we are. They're just impossible. DNA it's just fucking impossible.
That's all we're talking about.
So
man. I mean,
but he's taking up just like you're taking up for basketball. He's going to take up for tennis. It's the same fucking thing, right?
Yeah.
So he feels the way he feels. I feel basketball is the best thing on the planet, but I went and watched them dudes at the top level and be like, God damn, he
say that.
moving, they fucking athletic.
Say that about
motherfucker out there
baseball.
6'5", 6'6", out there serving that motherfucker 140, 150 miles per hour. That shit is a skill.
It's
the
a
motherfuckers,
skill.
and they've worked at it, and then they are athletic in their own right.
Right.
everyone's athletic.
They're not
in
going
sport.
to be. They're not going to be us. Most of them. Some guys are not athletic in that sport, Gil.
This is not about
Just like basketball.
We're talking about
some guys are not athletic in basketball,
We're
right?
talking about who's won. He's saying he's won. They're the top. They're not.
Okay, that's what he feels.
Yeah, but
He can feel that way. That's
there's
the
no
sport.
logic behind it.
But that's the way he
No, it
feels.
is-
So
it
you
is
can't
logic.
discredit the way that man
'Cause
feels.
I'm not discrediting
You're
him.
trying to, yes.
No,
yes, you are.
I'm not discrediting him.
Yes, you are. You're trying to.
I'm saying when it comes to athleticism.
But he feels different.
Okay,
So he can
I'm
feel that
saying
way. You can feel- you have your opinion, right?
I'm saying athleticism. If I take him from his sport,
Mm-hmm.
can he be dominant in track, tennis, boxing, any other sport? That's athleticism.
So can we be dominant in
Yes.
any other sport if you take
Yes.
us after we
I
got
can
done
take
playing?
you-
But you said after he got done playing, right?
I can-
Hold on. You said after he got done playing, correct?
I can take
Did you answer my
I
question?
can take you as an athlete,
Can you
a
answer my question?
6'10",
Can you answer my
44-inch vertical. I can put you in boxing.
Can you answer my question?
I can put you in wrestling.
Can you answer
I
my
can
question?
put you in track. I can put you
You
in
can put
football.
me in that.
I can put you in every sport, and you can play the sport.
But you
that is
said,
called athleticism.
But you said your statement is when he
Athleticism.
gets. Did you not say when he gets done
That was
playing?
Let's go
I'm
back and
saying that.
let's go back and
I'm
forth. Y'all
saying-
let each other
no,
go
let
back.
me-
and
can
forth.
we all
just
get
get along?
I said athleticism.
Did you not say when he gets done playing that when we get done playing we can go play a sport? Did you say that? Yes. So when we get done playing our sport, we can't go be dominant in that shit. We go play it
Gonna play it. Yep.
for leisure, but we can't go be dominant in it when we get done playing. I mean, your words. These things that you said. He's gonna feel the way he feels.
Who's the best athlete?
Who? What are you talking about?
Who is the best athletes in the world?
I don't fuck gymnasts, nigga.
Okay.
The fuck is you?
I'll say decathlete.
Huh?
Hey, that's a fucking
Fucking
good answer.
gymnasts
The
are the
fucking-
best athletes
Hey,
on the planet.
that's a fucking good
Gymnasts.
answer.
The gym are the best
Fucking good
athletes on
answer.
the planet.
Hey, I was surprised by that.
So what are you saying? You can't go do shit they can do at your fucking peak.
Not
Can't
even.
backflip?
Not the shit that they can do.
Good. Do you have a floor routine?
You
So
got a
you're-
floor routine?
So you're saying
You can't do the shit they can do, Gil.
can they do anything we can do?
Yes.
What can they do? They can dunk.
Yeah,
They can catch a ball. They can dribble the ball. What can they fucking do, man?
Absolutely.
We're talking about athleticism.
We
But
talking
is
about
that what
athleticism. We talking about
athleticism
gymnasts.
is?
Absolutely.
Pure athleticism
is your
torque muscle.
Yes,
Yes.
torque.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
just torque. It's not
Absolutely.
it's speed,
your
it's agility.
You go hit that
all that
motherfucking
shit.
ball
if
and
we
do that
take-
goddamn shit and land on your feet. No, you can't
If we
fucking not.
take 10 sports
Right.
and we take basketball players, track, football, tennis, gymnasts, and we say you guys all have to do these sports against each other, who is the top athlete?
The
So why
football,
did they go
the
against
football and the basketball player together.
Okay.
So what, against each other doing what? Playing
Any-
basketball?
no,
If
no,
we
no.
did-
if
No,
we did-
just any regular,
if we did-
any regular activity
If we
where you gotta
did,
do
if we
some shit.
did sprinting,
Yeah.
if we did
Powerlifting.
volleyball, lifting, swimming, it's about you. It's not about your sport. What does the body
Yeah,
yourself
well, yeah.
do?
Gymnast.
Probably.
Gymnasts.
You're talking about balance,
Gymnast.
strength, and core,
Gymnast.
and all that. Yeah,
Gymnasts.
maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm a hell.
I think we
at
are-
my fucking peak
This
of
is
me.
what I think y'all
before
talking
I got hurt
I'm
my
talking
senior,
about us
I
versus
think-
it
them.
doesn't, it doesn't
I
get
don't know
no
what
better
he's talking
athlete
I know
than me.
he's saying that
Don't get no better athlete than me.
we are the most adaptable athletes.
That's called-
most adaptable.
Best looking too, I would argue.
But it doesn't mean that we are the best athletes. We can adapt to all of the sports. We can go in and say, yeah, we can pick that up.
Point.
We can pick that up.
Point.
We can pick that up.
Point.
But to be the best is to say we'll go into those sports and then succeed and thrive. And that's not something we can actually calculate. But I get what you're saying.
Just like they can't do certain things we can do.
Yeah, like you're saying that we, by default, because of what we do on our sport, we should be considered the best athletes because no one else can do.
Because there's people that can do our sport that's not athletes.
But like I said, Miles Garrett can run and try to dunk from the free throw line and get there, but he might not dunk it, but he's athletic enough to do it.
Now football players can dunk.
Can't
but
do
They can't land. And
They don't have
can't dribble.
they don't have the, but they haven't been taught like we have.
They land like football players.
Right, they land like they land.
jump and land like football players.
Tennis players are going to run from here to here as fast as they can. That's what they know. Go here, go here, go here, hit. But when you tell them to jump over the motherfucking over the net, he gonna get his foot caught.
Absolutely. Some of them will.
I
Absolutely.
ain't never did it.
Absolutely.
But it's different aspects of the sport that
So that's-
you look at. You say, well, if you got a guy that played basketball that ain't never hit nothing, he gonna swing. He's swinging this bitch like it's a baseball,
you can go give them.
knocking it out the park every time.
We
Like, come on,
all
bro.
can do things that the other set of athletes can't do. We all thrive in different ways, right? We all are different, special. Some not athletes, some good at the sport. It's not athletic. Guys play basketball in the NBA that can't jump over fucking Saturday's newspaper.
Basketball players
So
cannot go into
those
baseball.
guys are not athletic at all. They
Baseball is
they
something
made it
that
to the
we
highest
can't-
level.
We are going to have a trouble.
I think hitting a baseball probably the hardest. One of the
Yeah,
hardest.
but
things.
you-
The
Try-
hardest.
puck,
The hard.
So
and
can
then
we-
think about throwing the ball.
Trying to hit a
You
high
have
puck.
to throw the ball accurately to first base
Bruh.
from over here.
Can you catch a baseball?
I'm a champion little league.
With my bare hand?
No, with the glove like they do.
Yeah.
Can you hit a baseball though?
Can you run? Can you be in the outfield?
You think that's easy though?
No, I'm just saying. Can
I'm
you do
asking
it?
you, do you
We're
think
talking
catching the
about
ball with a glove is easy?
See, I think y'all miss it. It's not about your particular sport. We're talking about the human body itself as the athlete itself. The
you
athlete
think
run,
catching-
jump, react, move. That's the athlete.
But you think a basketball player can put a baseball glove on and just catch a baseball just cuz? You think it's that easy?
We
The professional guys, they miss the ball
We're
and they
not
glove.
talking about being experts at something.
No, you just
We're
said-
talking about doing it.
Yeah.
We have eye-hand coordination. We
But
can
it's not
catch
that
shit.
easy.
So
That's
you
what
go
I'm
from
saying.
being dominant to doing it. So you fucking tricky, boy.
Can he do anything?
You just said we can be
hold
dominant.
on.
Now just do it.
Can he do
fucking
anything we
freaking-
can do
Yes.
at any level, the beginner level? We can be beginners at their sport. We can put a tennis and we can move, we can jump, we can
So you don't
do
think-
that
you don't think they can
naturally.
dribble?
That's what we naturally can do. We can run side to side, up and down, move. So we can naturally
don't
do
think
that,
you can do that?
without hitting the ball,
He can
right?
play defense.
Without hitting the ball.
Andy
we can do
Roddick,
that.
decent mid. He has a
Can he
decent mid.
jump up and down?
He can rebound.
And chase us and run around, get through screen. Like, what? There's no human being that he has to react to.
But the basic function of going to 24-hour, if Andy Roddy go to 24-hour, right?
Can he
and
get
we pick him up? And we pick him up on our team. What does he have to do to be able to be on my team?
Set good screen.
And play defense.
Rebound.
Run around, fight through screens, like you just said. He don't have to shoot a fucking shot. He don't have to dribble the ball at all. Just pass it to me, I'll pass it back.
He could be a good corner boy. He can knock down a midi.
I'm just saying.
All right, man.
But
They athletic as fuck, man.
Kenyon, you mentioned difference between skill sport like tennis, hockey as well. So entire sports world been discussing this topic. On First Take, former hockey player PK Subban weighed in.
LeBron James is an absolute freak of an athlete. No one is ever going to question that. He is. And until I see him on a football field or any other field, I can't comment of his dominance. But I'll use him as an example because watching him on TV, he's just unbelievable to watch as an athlete. We know that. But there is no question for me that hockey players and playing hockey is the most difficult sport and the toughest sport to play. There's two disciplines in ice skating in the Olympics that you can win an Olympic gold medal. We expect our players to do it as a matter of course. And then it's full contact. So you got to be fearless as well. You're getting hit, there's no out of bounds, and you got to fight. And by the way, our guys, there's no game management, there's no load management, there's none of that. They play banged up, Stephen A. They play hurt, they play with broken bones, they play with torn ligaments. I've done it, players do it, they're still doing it.
But when you talk about pure athleticism and I think about the versatility that comes with it. I'm gonna go the route of the basketball player. I'm gonna go with Markeith on this, okay? And it ain't just because his mama's white. It ain't just because mama's
Put LeBron on skates. I want LeBron on skates first.
Ain't no nigga putting on no skates.
Too big.
Ain't no nigga putting on
No,
no skates
no, they
going
are.
out there to fall.
They too big.
You gotta learn how to skate first.
Too big.
Then you gotta learn. I went to school up there with them. Moving the stick and hey, do you want to play hockey or you want to do cross country? I'm gonna run.
Yeah, that's a different conversation though.
We've seen black men have success in hockey.
You fall on that ice, you know what?
Russ Tyler with the knuckle puck.
Like he is right. Like it's a different combination of what athlete and what hockey players do, right? Is that shit the most difficult? I do believe. Like to concentrate on the puck. You got the fucking stick in your hand. You on skate.
They come about to crash.
It's a lot of elements out that motherfucker, right? That you got to deal with.
Motherfucker, blades at the bottom of the chute. Blades are at the bottom.
All of that, but it's not an athlete conversation. Like that for me, that's not a conversation.
Would you say hockey's the most difficult sport to play though? Like Subban?
I believe so.
I would say so.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of sports out there.
In comparison to all the other ones,
like I believe
you
it's
got to
the
put
most
skates
difficult.
on and skate. I'm not a
Yeah,
I'm not.
and to concentrate on that puck and where it got to go to get it where you got to get to, you catching
Then the
it out
muscles
the
you
air.
gotta have to push off on the leg. All that push off shit with the skating. That
Like,
shit.
and
man.
catching the fucking puck out there. I believe so. Just my personal
Yeah,
opinion.
see, you look like you got something on your mind.
It's ice skating with a stick. I mean,
that is very basic.
I'm just saying, where was Nancy Kerrigan? Where was when she hit old girl with that stick? Where was her athleticism? The
Tanya
dodge that
Harding.
bit? Where was Tanya Harding in
Hit Nancy
athleticism
Kerrigan.
when she was trying to dodge that stick? They rank 8th, 9th,
So did you just say that
9th,
some
8th,
dude
8th.
she hired some dudes to jump on that
Basketball-
woman, and that's what the fuck you
Tennis
going
is
with?
5th.
Man, get on.
Tennis
man.
is 5th.
Somebody finna talk that shit with
What
you.
is number
Tennis
one?
is fifth.
According to
5th.
Man,
Most athletic sport, tennis is 5. Hockey is 8.
what's number one?
hold on.
According to
Josiah, hold on.
Boxing is, they got boxing as
We're
1.
not finna skip over that though. Gil.
I did.
No,
Tennis
we're
is
not
5th.
finna skip over that though. You can't use this woman getting jumped on to prove your fucking point.
No, my point. I didn't prove my
That's what the
that
fuck.
wasn't
Yes,
my
this
point.
guy with a hockey stick by some dudes.
Yeah.
That fucking woman didn't do it, nigga.
He didn't do it.
That woman didn't do it. So
My point
no, we're not
was
finna talk.
is-
No, we're not finna do that, Gil. We're not finna do
Okay,
that.
then move the fuck on then.
Yeah, we're not finna do
Then
that.
move on
Yeah,
then.
let's move on from the top.
All right.
You gonna walk? This woman
Okay,
getting
we moved
jumped
on.
on. This woman getting jumped on by
Cool.
2 dudes to prove your fucking point.
Cool.
That's fucking like no,
Cool.
dude. Come on, man.
ice skating with the stick.
Like.
No way.
Like-
No way. Not rolling. Not rolling. Not rolling. Not rolling,
They
man.
got gymnasts over fucking hockey.
So can you read the list, please?
It's not athletic conversation about hockey.
Toughest. Yeah.
Toughness is other things other than athleticism.
I'm going off of what he said, bro.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
We're having a conversation, and I disagree with him.
Okay.
It's not an athletic conversation. So I disagree with him too.
Okay.
So what's the point you're trying to make?
I'm responding to him.
And we are as well.
Okay.
PK
but
Subban.
we are as well, but the point that you was trying to make,
Tennis is fifth.
cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Where does basketball rank amongst?
In front of them.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Who's ranking?
Yeah, who's ranking them?
Consensus for the last 50 years.
Cool. Whatever they have is that list is cool. It's whatever whatever sport somebody play, that's the sport that they're gonna go with. So whoever's making the list, great. Cool. Somebody took the time out for the last 50, 60, 70, 80, fucking 100 years to make a list on most athletic sports that whatever, however they got to it. Cool.
Family Feud.
But whoever plays their sport, whatever sport it is, tennis, they're gonna go with their sport. Fucking swimming, they're gonna go with their sport. Hockey players gonna go with their sport. But I'm just, they're gonna believe. But
women pretty fucking tough too.
Yeah, but I'm just saying though, they're gonna go with their sport. So everybody is biased.
Track and
I
field.
think basketball players are the more athletic. But if I'm real about it, gymnasts, this shit is fucking impossible.
We talking about athletic. What's the difference between a basketball player and a track star?
So
Who gets the most work?
That's the difference.
Soccer.
So when does
Soccer
opinion?
soccer
So
cooking.
how do we get rid of opinion? Isn't that what the expert is? That's what the people who vote in.
everybody is entitled to their opinion.
So we all had our opinion, and then there's a list for the last 50 years. We don't go by this.
I don't care about
That
that
list
Gil.
does
You
not
care about that
dictate
list.
truth.
I don't, Gil.
That list don't
saying?
dictate truth. That's somebody else's opinion.
Yeah, you care about that list. I
That
don't.
list is somebody else's opinion. You're deciding to put above your own. Not me.
Yeah, that's.
I take my own list.
I would.
So then that's called an opinion.
Yeah, it's their.
I'm not gonna take their opinion. I'm gonna take my own.
Whoever it is, it's cool for them, bro. Like, we're not discrediting their list. That's fun. That's kind.
Cool
That's fine
list.
for them.
Cool list.
However they put it together, great.
I got my own list.
Yeah, I got my own. I don't.
That's what we call opinions.
Yeah, and that's what I said. Everybody's entitled to one, Gil. Like, everybody has their own.
And you beat opinions with facts, right?
So what are facts? How
The
is
list.
that a
How's the list fact?
how?
Just like any list that's
How is
fact.
that a fact?
Whoa.
So,
Hold
Gil,
on.
are you rolling
How
with that
is
list?
that a fact?
You rolling
Where
with
does
that
the-
You
list?
looked it up
Where
online?
does the fact come from?
Yes, where does the fact come from?
You know,
Please tell.
like people who are voting. There's a bunch of voters, and they all vote, just like anything in life.
On their
The-
opinion.
the 7 billion
They
people on
vote
the
on their
planet?
opinion, Gil. So you can put an opinion and make it into a fact.
How?
So if I give you a list of 10 things to vote on, right?
And all the people vote
On 10
from their
sports. So we're taking 10 sports.
from
right?
their
So that's what
opinion
it is.
base. Their opinion.
So it's 10 sports, right? They vote on their 10 list of 10 from 1 through 10 on what they think is the most athletic sport. Yes or no? Assume that's the way it went, right? So your list would be your list, right? If we fill the paper out as them people did, your list would be your list. His list would be his list. Everybody in this room list would be their list. If a couple might be the same, but more than likely all of them gonna be different.
Yeah.
And that's so his opinion, their opinion, his opinion, his opinion, his opinion. So how do you get a fact out of a bunch of
They
opinions?
put them all together.
And it's not an
They
opinion.
put them
still?
all together, and then that's how
It makes
they
a
do
fact.
Do you agree with the list?
So if there's 100 people and we're all voting top 5 of anything, just like there, 60-something%, 20-something%, it goes. You just tally up the votes of what.
But it's still not an opinion.
yeah, because it can't be
I'm
fact.
confused. That's where I'm lost at.
It becomes,
It becomes a fact.
It becomes a poll of opinions.
that turns into a fact.
Do you agree with the list, Gil, or would your list be different?
Like it can't be a fact because like we just did with the teams and shit, right? So if 70% of people are rolling with your pick and you don't hit, was it an opinion or a fact that 70% was gonna hit?
It's a fact once it hits.
But it don't hit. How is it a fact?
Then it's an opinion. Once it hits, it's a fact, right? Because it hit. There's a result.
Fact is fact. There is no swaying fact left or right. When it's fact, it's truth is truth. There's no if it doesn't hit, it's not fact.
It
It's
becomes
truth.
fact.
There's only fact, bro. Nothing can become a fact.
It can become a fact. If I give my opinion and say OKC is going to win the championship, and you say Pacers, that's both our opinion right now. The fact comes on whoever wins it, right? Isn't that when the fact, that's when it becomes a fact, right?
So what's before the fact?
An opinion.
And that's what we're talking about.
Oh shit.
We haven't seen there's no fact at the end of our opinions. Because nobody has come from tennis to play basketball. Nobody has went from basketball to do all this. So there's no fact in what we're talking about. It's all opinions from everybody across the board. That's the point.
So if Tiger Woods say he's the best athlete, okay, all right, I get it.
That's his opinion.
We would probably disagree with that. I was
Why?
very good golfer.
Why?
Because he's never played basketball.
I haven't seen his midi.
He never ran a fucking route in the football league.
But he's no different than what everybody else is saying, right? It's an opinion that nobody can prove.
So it
And
can't, so it
the
can't be
people
fact.
that's voting just is irrelevant.
So it can't be fact.
So we asked the chat for their opinion on this particular topic. We said, which sport
Did you ask them for their fact?
Which sport would have the best athlete? 40% of the chat said basketball, 32% said football, 23% said soccer, 5% said tennis. Well, speaking of lists and opinion, Ringer recently updated their top 100 NBA players list for this season. So according to their site, this list is a year-round, around-the-clock ranking of the players making the biggest impact on the league right now. So let's take a look at their current top 20 players in the league this season, if we can, please. So they've got Jokic holding down the top spot, followed by SGA in second, Giannis in third, Luka in fourth, and Steph in the fifth spot, with Ant-Man, Tyrese Halliburton, Donovan Mitchell, Jalen Brunson, and Jason Tatum rounding out the top 10. Wemby's 11, LeBron 12. Then you got AD, KD, Kawhi, Cade Cunningham, Evan Mobley, Cat, who we'll talk about a little later in the show, Devin Booker, and Jalen Williams in the top 20. So when you look at this opinion-based list based on the Ringer, their team of writers, led by Bill Simmons, amongst others. Are you rolling with the Ringer's top 20 players list this season? This list was just updated, I believe June 4th, has been updated periodically throughout the season, too.
I ain't rolling.
Who's left out?
I don't know who left out, but
So Jalen Brown was just missed the top 20, he was
I ain't
21st.
rolling with the list as is.
Okay, what sticks out to you about this list?
Number 14.
Kevin
Fuck out
Durant.
of here, man. Fuck out of here, bro. Like, seven needs to be where 14 is.
So Tyrese Halliburton and Kevin Durant should flop, basically.
Or, no, I'm just saying, if I would just change that or put him 6 or 5th.
Victor not a top 10 player in the league?
Donovan Mitchell not in the top 10, in my opinion.
So I'm going to be real, this list was a little confusing to me. Some of these people have dealt with injury, but when you just talk about...
Kawhi Leonard is still a top 10 player in this league. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. When healthy.
Joel Embiid?
Embiid, we'll talk about in a second, but he finished 84th.
Excuse me?
Yeah, but it's a topic we will get to.
Because he didn't finish the season.
So this top
But neither
20,
did Wemby, so it's-
is this top 20
Neither
this
did-
upcoming
right?
season or
No,
this
this
last
is based on the 2024-25 season. Like I said,
84?
around the clock updated list
Yeah, just
according to
because
the
they
people
got
at
him
the
on
Ringer.
that, yeah, just because they got him 84 on the list, yeah. On one leg, he's still top 20.
Important to point out, opinion, not fact, the opinion of the Ringer, a publication.
Is Tyrese Maxey better than Halliburton?
Is he the better Tyrese? We've had that discussion before.
Is he the better zero of them two? Who's the better zero, Gil? Maxey or Halliburton? So you got the jersey on.
In the throwback Pacers jacket, the matching shoes.
Both different skills. So this is just the end of last year?
So this list was updated early June. We've been updated periodically throughout the course of the season. Obviously, SGA, Tyrese Halliburton, Jalen Williams, only active players on that list still playing basketball currently this season.
So so you finished a full basketball season.
But Victor didn't, so it's...
Okay, in theory, just in theory, because it was this year, right? Wouldn't all first team players be the top 15?
That's what you would think.
That was
But they didn't.
100 person media panel's opinion.
Who would go with that kind of a logic?
Who was second
Right.
team All NBA?
Like who? Why would anybody go with that kind of logic?
Second team All NBA number 12. Can't be. Can't be. Not in the top 10. KD and Bron not in the top 10.
Bronny did not crack the top 100 for everybody in the chat is asking. That's not. I had just.
What was their criteria? Like, what were they basing off of? Just
So according
best players this year?
to their site, a year-round, round-the-clock ranking of the players making the biggest impact on the league. Biggest impact on the league right now is their
Impact
word.
on the league. So, what the fuck does that?
Brunson should be up front of Mitchell.
The fuck does that mean?
Donovan.
Yeah.
So all NBA first team this season, as a reminder, Giannis, SGA, Joker, Jason Tatum, Donovan Mitchell. I believe the first four were unanimous selections.
Impact on the league.
Second team is
Hey,
Ant-Man, LeBron.
Cunningham
Steph,
could be a
Jalen
little bit
Brunson.
higher if that's included. He had a good impact this year.
Yeah. K did finish in the top 15 amongst the media opinionated.
Evan Booker wouldn't be in there at all.
Impact. Wouldn't Victor? Wouldn't Victor?
Jalen Williams not top 20 in the NBA right now neither. So
Wouldn't Victor be top 5 at least when you talk about impact?
I don't want to take Evan Mobley out.
Right? Offense, defense. I mean, it's just.
Cass says not wrong.
I don't want to take Karl out either.
get your ass over there and hush, you Cleveland fan.
We have multiple Cavs fans in the
We
arena.
can drop
today.
him down.
So
to
we saying
20.
impact on the. We talking about impact.
We can drop him down to
season?
20.
On the
But you drop him down to
NBA
20.
season, that's what I said. It's weird.
Why? Like,
As much as I talk shit about
How
Ja
can you
Morant,
put
they ain't got
Kawhi?
Ja on this list. Like it is.
Yeah.
Like where's Ja ranked on this?
So if you look at Hali's trajectory, he was ranked 26th in January, 19th at the end of February, then 16th in the end of February, 16th, 19th, now 7th.
yeah.
So you can click on any of the players on their list. It's interactive. and
So
see the full timeline.
Kawhi top 15 missed most of the season, so he didn't impact his team.
Nope.
Then it would have been Harden.
Harden
Yep.
finished, I believe, 30th on this list.
AD though, how did AD get?
So the
in?
guy who's 15 wasn't even a part of the team's success. And
Early on, but once he came back, he did help guide them to the playoffs.
The other,
So
guy, the other guy 15 spots behind him.
who did all the heavy lifting?
Yes, 15 spots.
It's crazy.
Wouldn't Embiid be top 10 then?
Come on.
Embiid, 84th.
No, what I'm saying, wouldn't he be top 10? Because obviously he didn't play, so we seen what that season looked like.
Yeah. Yes.
That's impact.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes, for sure. 1,000%.
We think the Sixers season would have been better had Embiid played more. I'm just asking.
And the league
your opinion.
as a whole.
That there would be a fact, Josiah.
Okay.
If Joel Embiid played fucking 60 games for the Philadelphia 76ers, they would have had a better season.
Okay.
That is a fact.
And I would agree with that.
Cunningham, like where his team was. Like that's what I'm saying.
It
It's,
should be higher.
it's hard because it's the wording that they use. So you're not saying the best players is most impactful
For the whole season.
for the whole season. Then why wouldn't Cade be up there from what he did last year to this year? Evan Mobley and Donovan Mitchell from their season to this season. I mean, if that's how they're doing it, I guess. I don't know.
And you're
Why
fine
would the
with-
Suns be in there?
Right.
If you're talking about
That's what I
impact,
said.
you're talking
It's like
about
you can't not keep that
That's what I
Kevin
said.
Durant in. It's like,
It's just a contradicting list on what happened this year.
yeah.
you look at SGA second, MVP, team had the best record in the league. I would say that's
But
very impactful.
I mean, you had the best record last year, so if you want to put him second, okay. But
Nikola did average a triple double.
He did.
So
Yeah, first five motherfuckers are still.
I don't think anybody's complaining about.
What about Ant?
You fine with Luka being in there? Do you feel like he was impactful this season?
What was Ant?
Yeah.
I don't know. He shouldn't have been.
Because we're thinking, like, who's the best 5 versus most impactful for the season?
Yeah, I'm thinking basketball. They not.
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson, he could go up higher. He can go 8, 7.
Yeah, I'm thinking about, like, for the season, Cade, Wemby.
Cat.
I mean, we see what he is on the defensive end when he's in, where they look when he's not playing. So those are impact to your season.
So,
All right, well, let's talk a little bit more Embiid. So questionable rankings on the list to name a few. Most notably, Joel Embiid was ranked 84th. Nuggets wing Christian Brown, a spot ahead of him at 83rd. Process, his teammate Paul George also barely made the cut, getting ranked 90th, which is one spot behind Sixth Man of the Year Peyton Pritchard. So should Embiid and PG feel disrespected getting ranked as the 84th and 90th best players in the league this season?
No. Because it's coming from people that ain't never played the game, so no. So their opinion is, to them, should mean shit. So, but yeah, no, it's, we're injured. Who cares? They know what they are when they, well, I know, yeah, they know what they are when they're healthy, so I wouldn't put too much emphasis on it.
I don't care which one you do, impactful, who's better. There's no way that there's 83 people more impactful or better than Joel Embiid. I mean, so yeah, he can complain. Right? Because even if you put him in the top 20, no one's going to be like, why is he there?
all right.
not one person, no matter how you look at this list. His impact on one leg, one bad foot, is still more impactful than 50% of the people that's actually in front of him. Right, Christian Brown's his best game
For the season.
His best game for the season, Joel Embiid will get booed for. They'll boo that man. He scored 25, 8 and 8. Oh man, look, he ain't even come play today. Boo. He's washed. And that's really, yeah. So this is the same thing when Cole was ranked. This is that same type of
47.
list. That impactful bullshit they just make up.
You're not going, when you look at the list, you see a name, like, you just scan it, right? You look at the top 10 and you just scan the list and you see a name that don't belong somewhere. When you ball the paper up,
Yeah,
throw
you
that
don't finish
motherfucker.
the
You don't
list.
even pay that
You
shit
don't
no
finish the
attention.
list.
That's what I do.
They got who?
Like,
Who number 4?
yeah, when I just look just now, right? I looked up there. You got Kevin Durant your list shit to me from that point on. Like, whoever you got in front of him is what it is. But the fact that you got him there,
Not serious.
it ain't. I can't take you serious. And then the fact that you got Joel Embiid 80. I didn't even get to
know it.
84.
We didn't even get
right?
to
I personally didn't even get to 83 and 84.
I had to
know
scroll
Joel
very
Embiid
far
was
down the
there.
list.
So the fact that you got KD, I was like,
I don't think anyone can name first and last name 83 motherfucking players. In the NBA.
In the league. First and last.
Just first and last
That's
day. I mean,
tough.
if we had to actually do this, Joel Embiid will be somewhere in the top 15 to 20.
Yep.
That means there's 60 people. We will have to sit there and just be like,
Oh, what about him?
what's that nigga that play on the?
That's him. That's it.
we'll knock that bitch out. The average person, not a chance.
Nah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, what you say?
But I wouldn't be calling Joel Embiid 80 something.
Hell no.
Hell nah, hell
That's
nah,
an easy.
hell nah.
That's a layup.
Yeah.
You get him off the list.
We're gonna go
Yeah.
for the one thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start with every team.
Yeah, when you get to 84,
and take
that's
the,
when you
the
start
best
with
players.
Yeah, the first 50 gonna be easy. It's
Listen, when
gonna
you
be
get
a
to
breeze.
84, that's when you start struggling with
Yeah,
it.
like,
84, right?
Hey.
You gotta, okay, him then 85.
What if White? What's that that play with the White?
How you spell it?
At the end of the bench, you know that nigga. What the fuck is
Yeah.
that nigga
So,
name, man?
and that's the problem. There's gonna be bench dudes
Yeah.
that's in there like PJ talking.
Absolutely.
PJ.
Jay Crowder. Boom, there you go.
Yeah, you got
It's right there.
you got
PJ be in the top 40 and shit. We know him.
When you talk about impact, you look at Embiid not being there and seeing how trash the Sixers were, and that highlights and exemplifies the impact that he has for that team.
Well, at least he didn't have any of his teammates ahead of him.
No. I'm pretty sure Max
Max is on
somewhere.
that list.
Max is gonna be on that list.
He got to be up there.
Top
Max
25.
should be
He
30,
gotta be top
Yeah, but
25.
Top 39.
39.
Tyrese Maxey, 39th on the
Who's
list.
38? Just
Where's
Derek
Paul
White.
George?
Derek White 38, Tyrese Maxey 39, Paul George is 90th.
Okay, who's 37?
So they got Paul and Embiid
I mean,
at
the way-
84,
no,
90?
no, no.
37th is Franz Wagner.
The way Paul played this year, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be like.
I tried to give him grace. I was trying to give him grace.
I started off rocky.
I was trying to give him grace. Go ahead,
I'm just saying, like,
put it in his face.
he can sit there and say, you know what? Okay,
90.
for the season.
90.
Okay,
At least I'm on the list. Right? Then you got to go with that. Yeah, at least I'm on this.
At least I'm on the bitch. Shit.
Then forget about me.
I ain't
The ones you don't want to be is that 350, 355. Like, that's where you just be like, you know what? Just stop this bitch at 100.
top 100. I don't want to know past 150.
I imagine the 101st player on the list also. 101st player, like, damn.
Hey. Could be.
Like, are you just saying my name? Because I know at this point you ain't put no detail into it.
You just looking at the list, naming him. Yeah.
Kyrie Irving, 44th on the list, too, if you guys are interested.
It ain't has nothing to do. Yeah, I don't care about it.
I'm cool.
Wait, 44 off of how he was. Wait.
Yeah, he was playing good up until he got hurt.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's what they
ain't
did.
watching basketball.
Weird.
25, 5, and 5. Like, wait.
They ain't watching
Why so?
They ain't watching basketball, bro. They don't
25, 5, and 5. Holding the team down.
They don't like him.
And Luka missed, 25 games early in the season?
There's some time with the Lakers as well. So we asked the chat, is 84th and 90th a fair ranking for Embiid and PG? 48% of the chat says yes, 52% of the chat says no.
See, you put them together. So,
Yeah.
yeah, the yes is for Paul George. Not Embiid.
We're uplifting.
Yeah, you gonna put them together. No, y'all dead wrong.
We're in the club together. Bron and Bronny.
Clump them together like that. Like,
Should Bron and Bronny be top 12? The chat, 97% say yes. So today's podcast is sponsored by Rough Greens. Sometimes in life, if you want to get to the truth, you got to look at the numbers. Unfortunately, 50% of all dogs over 10 years old will die of cancer. Other 40 to 50% will suffer miserably from skin issues or joint problems, and this is widely attributed to your dog's diet. These numbers are what inspired Dr. Dennis Black to create Rough Greens. So here's the good news. With thousands of testimonials and 5-star reviews every month, Rough Greens is now the #1 all-natural dog supplement in America. They've helped millions of pups stay active and be healthy, and your pup could be next. You don't have to change your dog's food to improve your dog's health. Just add a scoop of Rough Greens. Fetch a free Jumpstart trial bag for your dog today. You discover shipping. Go to roughgreens.com to choose promo code ARENA. That's RUFFgreens.com, promo code ARENA. You don't have to change your dog's food to improve your dog's health. Just add a scoop of Rough Greens. Kenyon, you've given the product to both of your dogs. How have they been enjoying the Rough Greens? Still rolling with it?
Yeah, it's still good for them, bro. No, they
Still
enjoy
going.
it. Yeah, no, it's going.
We'll make sure you get another Rough Greens pack very soon.
I need that like ASAP.
Shout out to Rough Greens. All right, so speaking of
I
Kyrie.
just need the vitamins. Yeah, the little snacks cool, but yeah, I got a lot of them. They don't get snacks every day, so
Okay. Got to
I
give them.
I give them the vitamins daily, but yeah, they can so they can keep the snacks.
Okay.
I'm good on them for another like 3 shipments.
Okay.
You don't give them snacks every day?
Not daily snacking.
No, they don't. Not every day.
Yeah, I give them too much snacks. I snack them out.
I thought
snack them out. They come here.
those before you go to sleep. Nigga.
Like those are different. Like I give them like they got like rawhide bones, different stuff to chew on throughout the day, different thing like that. But yeah, it's.
I fuck
So
around
my wife
with
give
a
them
whole
ice
pack
cream.
of fucking
She got dog
cookies
ice
and
cream.
shit.
Yeah, dog,
Yeah,
yeah.
they
that shit up.
Yeah, they love that shit. I'm like, yo, I watched them yesterday. I was just sitting there watching, like, yo,
Nigga starving.
what? Like, just
Nigga
there's
starving.
no more in that motherfucker. Like, yo, how did y'all clean
got
that?
some more?
How you clean it that well?
That well.
Like, it's like
Good.
Like,
Shit.
but yeah, no. So Rough Green's good though, man. So they enjoy it. It's skin coat and people their groomer notices it, so it's a good thing. So.
All right, most definitely. So I think we have a special guest pulling up to the arena at this moment. Let's get ready. Hold on one second. He's making his first appearance in the arena. May recognize him as a finalist from the first season of Rhythm and Flow on Netflix, going on to make moves in the music game with an assortment of freestyle singles, mixtapes, and albums. Please welcome rapper, independent artist, Flawless Real Talk to the arena.
What up? What's good?
Been eating beans all his life.
Locked in. Rashad, what's up?
What's up,
boy.
man?
What's up, family?
What's up, Thibs, family? Joe, what's up?
What's up, brother? Appreciate you.
Yeah. Good to see y'all. Y'all made me feel little, damn.
Yeah.
You is. You are.
Sit up straight. Sit up straight up in here.
Yeah. Don't give him a hot
fellas.
chair, man.
For those who don't know, you're supposed to be on the show a while back, but it ended up being an unfortunate day here in
Glad
the
that
arena.
everything's good.
Glad to see it all. That was a day.
Oh, that was
Lucky.
toasty. That was toasty. That's when young fellas trying to.
Did you just call him toast?
Yeah, that's when he was trying to cook himself in the car. Yeah. So think he was a little hot pocket.
Call Elijah toasty. Stupid. Thankfully, we can joke about it now. Elijah doing
I can
well.
joke about it now.
Man.
Playing pickleball, basketball, paintballing back.
Back is back. That's good.
Hot pocket.
But Floss, we appreciate you pulling up.
Nah,
So,
thanks for having me, man. Thanks for having me.
first and foremost, want to know, how's your life changed since being on Rhythm and Flow?
It just made me more international. Internationally known in the music world. Allowed me to maintain my independence. More importantly, because I was an independent artist coming up my whole life, and building my own fan base. So the Netflix thing really catapulted me into a different stratosphere and allowed me to basically run my career like a business, and start to really catapult myself independently. And ownership is key for me in this music world, obviously with so many artists, getting screwed over and not being able to own their masters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I learned coming up and decided to maintain my independence, and that's why we're here, man. We're just rocking one day at a time.
For sure, bro. So from Rhode Island, smallest U.S. state by size, place not traditionally known as a hip hop hotbed. How'd you get into the rap game, and when did you know that you could do something special?
Early on, just using music as a coping mechanism, to get my emotions out, get my thoughts out on how my life was going. Living in Rhode Island, a smaller state from the hood. We didn't really have many opportunities. I had a difficult life growing up, as I'm sure many people have, and I just used music as a coping mechanism, and decided to start taking off with it. I moved to Atlanta when I was 18 because I knew that being in Rhode Island, I wasn't really going to get many opportunities. So I moved down there to really start jumping in all the contests and all the competitions and killing all the rappers in the freestyle battles and doing everything I needed to do to just get myself in a position to just kind of get to that next step. And I won a lot of competitions down there. I got an opportunity to open for Tech 9. He's an independent artist as well, big independent artist. I learned about the touring game through him and how to really get it out here without necessarily needing a record deal or being on the radio. So that's how I kind of modeled my career after. It's just independence, building things one day at a time, keeping the ownership, and just kind of seeing where I am in life and kind of using my music as a gateway for other people with mental health and changing my content as I grow as a person, because early on I was about freestyle battles and killing rappers, and now I'm more about, spreading a message and uplifting and mental health and it's stuff that people could play in the gym. I also make music for God. So it's a lot of different things that I do now that are different from before because of my growth and my elevation. I don't think I would be able to do that if I wasn't independent. For sure. You talk about the freestyle battle rapping, having to kill rappers. We all saw Rhythm and Flow. Yeah. Saw what you did to Beans. But how do you just maintain, keep your cool when you got a rapper on the other side, throwing shots at you, dissing you, trying to disrespect you? Man, sometimes I do wish I did take a deal because that Kendrick and Drake battle was something else. You know what I mean? And when you got skills, when you got the talent to do something, but you don't have the recognition or the level of fame that they have, I can't really jump into that wall. But I know I'll definitely hold my own in that. You know what I mean? So I love it. I love the competition, the competitiveness. It's just like basketball. We just saw in Michael Beasley and Stevenson go one-on-one. Even the NBA is competitive, you know what I mean, with the one-on-ones and matchups, and it's the same. It correlates the same with sports, it's a very competitive sport. Basketball?
Is that the biggest, is that the biggest deciding factor, right? Keep your independence or going with a big label to be pushed, right? Because, when you're talking about just talent, skill, style, if you're not being pushed to be the Kendrick and Drake, how does that play against the mind? Where you're good, you can do all of that, but because of the independence, how sneaky they are up there. Yeah. It obviously does play with the ego,
right? Because we all have egos. We all know what we can do and what we're capable of. And it definitely does play on that when you know you could be at a certain level. But for me, freedom and my ability to control my schedule, I have 2 small boys. You know what I mean? I'm real big on being present for my family. So like I take that into account too. Like, you know what I mean? Being able to have my freedom to own my music, to make all of the money opposed to 10% of the money that comes in. You know what I mean? Drake is a great example. Like he's an anomaly because he generated $4 billion, you know what I mean, before he got really paid out what he made. You know what I mean? So when you think about it like that, when you're on a label or you're somebody like him and you generate $4 billion, even if you have 40 million, you might be like, damn, I still need a little bit more of that check, you know what I mean? So for me, my freedom, being able to be there for my family and control my own schedule, the ownership, it was a better option for me, you know what I mean, and where I am in life. But it definitely does play on the ego, knowing you could be there,
Let me ask you this. So, I've been in music for 20 years. So
yeah, I see you dropping music videos on Instagram. I'm like, okay.
Little something.
I see you getting busy.
But when I work with artists, I ask them 2 questions. It's a twofold question about independence and also having the machine. So you ask the artist, what are you in this for?
Yeah.
Do you want to be famous and make a lot of money? Or do you want to be legendary? And the difference is, you go for the money, you can be a one-hit wonder. You can come in, everybody praise your name, and then you're out, you disappear.
Yeah, you're at the mercy of the people that are controlling you,
right.
In your career.
And then your legacy play is, I'm not out here making music for the clout.
Yeah.
I'm making art.
Yeah.
And it's being appreciated by the up top. So the machine I need, they'll give it to me and let me keep my independence because I'm on a different path. Mm-hmm. I'm not just out here chasing the bread. And a lot of the artists are chasing the bread. So what do you think about the difference between legend and status?
I think they can both be one and the same. I think if you can achieve legendary status at an independent level, that's really, really doing something opposed to reaching legendary status like somebody who has the machine.
Who has?
You know what I mean?
Slim Thug.
A lot of down south rappers have gone platinum, independently.
Master P still he did a
Universal.
Yeah, he had a part.
He did a 90-10 deal.
Yeah, 90-10 deal.
But let's go a little more recent, right? Somebody like Russ. Russ is independent.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Doing it at a grand scale.
Yeah. But he's spending.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you gotta spend though. You gotta spend.
He's spending big.
You gotta spend.
But he knows that the ROI.
If you're spending big though, you making big. Yeah. Right? If you spending $50,000 on marketing, you gotta be making.
He's not taking the advance from the label either.
No.
He's coming out of his own pocket, so he recruits. But you gotta have that, and that's why I asked the artists up front, which one you want to do.
Me personally, I go with like personal investors, because you go and you find investors that are willing to invest in your dream, that believe in what you're doing. And that's how I've been able to get further is through investors, you know what I mean? Shout out to Vinny, my partner, my business partner, and being able to get that capital to kind of get to that next step, you know what I mean? And legendary status is something that is self-proclaimed in a sense when you're independent because you don't really get all that recognition, right?
Yep.
But for me, it's not really like in my vision to be like legendary status. It's in my vision to just maintain a business at this point and grow every single day. You know what I'm saying? Just like this Gills is growing every single day, you guys. You know what I mean? Surpassed 1 million subscribers. You keep it going, keep growing.
We did do that.
That bag is right around the corner, you know what I'm saying?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
We are looking for it.
More of the traditional way back when you're basically selling CDs out of your car, going up to the radio, paying him to put your shit on there?
Yep.
Like, how do you get through all of that?
It's relationships. Like at this point, it's all relationships.
Because it's changed.
Because everything's
Because I know clubs. Like a lot of DJs do clubs and strip clubs and places. So you go there where they're accessible, right?
Everything's political.
And then they
that's the point.
Give him a couple hundred. Yeah, you gotta give him a couple
$200. You'll say,
my shit.
throw this on. Listen, you get your music played in certain environments. It's gonna.
No, it's a fact. And you make the wrong person mad, you ain't gonna get nothing played.
Yeah.
So gonna move out.
So is it best to just have, as an independent artist, like a street team more of a sense where, like, you
That's more important.
I'm paying a stripper at the strip club to come out to my song.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Right? You know what I mean? Come out to get everybody.
You might. I done bought DJ's pair of sneakers. Show up with a pair of Jordans. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Yeah, no, it's that.
Just want to show you some love.
Stuff
You know what I mean?
That's more the marketing, like especially like because I guess you pay TikTokers now. You can
Now with digital, we talking about back in the days. You know what I mean? When we was really outside with it.
But it's still the same.
Yeah,
It's still the same.
Before
It's paid
Instagram
for
and
play.
TikTok.
Now you're paying
It was a
influencers
strip
to make TikTok.
Everybody want to get away from the pay for play because it's called payola.
Yeah.
But
Nah,
But
it's
it's always
been
pay to
there.
play because nobody wants
In
to
some
just do your
form.
shit. If I don't like your shit, and you be like, yo, my shit's fire. And it's like, so?
Yeah.
Hey, they take this 200. All right, your shit is fire.
fire. Yeah,
This
yeah.
shit fire as hell.
No,
I'm going to play it again if you got another 200.
that
play it all
$100 go a long way, bro.
Hell
You know, that
yeah.
people with every
Now it's $2,000.
with every now it's $2,000 now, but it used to be that $100. Yeah, absolutely. That used to go a long way.
Long way.
Now that $1,000 you give them, listen.
Yeah, that relationships
long
are
way.
important when you're doing this. You know, it's big because you could, like I said, piss off the wrong person and you ain't getting nothing. You ain't getting
They got the relationships
appearances.
as well, right? Then they can.
They got their relationship.
got
They got
their
relationship with
You know what I mean?
DJs,
I didn't go to the
DJs.
parties. You know what I mean?
Right.
I wasn't at the.
You didn't get the
I wasn't
network
at the
and all
parties.
that.
Maybe that's why I didn't get a deal.
Yeah.
I didn't go. I wasn't at the parties. You know what I mean? I wasn't lubed up.
Well,
I don't think you want it. I don't think you want it.
Hell no.
I don't think you want it.
some things are not worth it. But Floss, you a basketball fan too, right?
Yeah, I see Gil rocking the Pacers today. I don't know.
Who's your squad?
My squad, I like the Lakers. You know, I'm
Okay.
a LeBron
Oh,
fan.
shit. Oh.
You know, Luka all day. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, play flawless music right now, please. Go ahead, play it off.
Luka all day. We're gonna get right. We're gonna get a big. Gonna be in there.
Do bad luck.
This
But I see him. I see him.
Luka yellow.
Hey, did y'all niggas just dap up in front of me?
It was in front of you,
What the
Dad.
fuck is wrong with you niggas?
Like-
man?
Hey, I know
Lakers,
you.
we just-
I know you. I already know what you are.
A Laker fan.
Laker hater.
No.
Hey, you know what?
No.
He didn't tell us all this shit before, right? So he hid all this shit we did.
He knew he was smart.
How do you
Maintain
listen
those
to
relationships.
this all day? We all know his favorite team. This one right here, no, the one in the middle. We know who his favorite team is.
Rashad, who is your favorite team right now?
No, don't say right now.
Me.
Your favorite
Who's
team
your
is
favorite
you.
team for the last-
favorite NBA
Money
basketball
making
team.
Sonny.
In the last 20 years, who's his favorite team?
The Yankees.
Well, who's your favorite basketball team currently?
Currently. Oh yeah, Indiana Fever.
On the men's side.
Oh.
Men's National Basketball Association.
I might start liking the
Pacers.
Spurs though. Huh?
You with the Pacers
Right now, Pacers
So
and
you're not a
stuff.
Knicks fan no more.
Spurs look good.
I was. What? Wait, I thought you was Team Wemby.
I am.
Oh.
Right now, we talking about
right.
right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Game 7. Pacers. After that, we free agents.
Yeah.
Free agents.
I'm going for the Pacers too. I want the Pacers to win. I think Halliburton though he need to get more aggressive. No free throws this entire series. Wild.
Talk about it.
No free throws.
Yeah, I'm
You
wearing
said you
this.
know some basketball, you know some shit about
Hey,
basketball, man.
I'm tuned in.
You
That's
watch
my
it?
second love.
Man,
Basketball's my
tell
second
me what
love.
else you done seen, man. What the fuck else do you need to do? Shit, because that's damn sure one of you ain't getting no free throws in 2 games.
Yeah, no free throws.
So we're going to talk Hali and the Pacers in a little bit. We got to talk about some other situations going on. So Kyrie Irving has had enough of the disrespect that fellow New Jersey native Karl Anthony Towns has been getting from the basketball community, including some in the sports media as well.
Go ahead.
So Kai seen the memes and commentary, stood up for Cat.
That was
Stop making fun of my brother Cat. It's over for that. It's a fucking wrap. I'm letting y'all know, if you repost that shit again or you meme him up, I'm attacking you. Not like that physically in GTA, but I'm attacking you. All right? I'm attacking you. Y'all got to leave Cat alone, okay? Because y'all don't know what it's like to grow up in Jersey and have all of these cultures that you're a part of. Trust me on that. Jersey is literally 130 miles long. It is very, very small state. But when I get back to my point, I'm going to explain this to you. But I'm just saying, leave him alone, all right? Leave our Jersey, because he's Dominican, he's black, he grew up in, a certain area in Jersey, just like me. And you got to survive out here. And you have many different demographics of people. So you got to survive out here, all right? Sometimes I don't agree all the time when he be, changing up his tone sometimes. I don't always agree and all that shit. You know what I mean? That should be funny. But on a serious note, he is a man, he's my brother, and I protect him all the time.
Yeah, there have been a lot of people coming at Cat, fans, people in the media. People said he built like a WNBA player. Things that
Old bitch.
a whole effing
Listen,
keyword.
I'm listening and I'm laughing inside because
You're smiling on the outside too.
he was like, yeah, he gotta, do this to survive. And I'm just like, but that sounds like jail. Like, yeah, he had to do a couple things in there just to survive. That's all I'm thinking. Like, wait, God.
Fuck did he have to do?
Like, wait, no, that's not how you're supposed to do that.
You don't know about life in New Jersey.
Yeah, like Jersey, he had to survive these streets. Like,
It's the Garden State,
you're
homie.
telling us that we don't. What's going on
You
here?
don't gotta take up for no grown
think the
man.
jury's out on
You
him.
ain't gotta take up for no grown man, bro. Let that man live.
You think he's gonna stay in New York long? Because I heard people were complaining about the way he plays defense and things of that nature.
Yeah, Gills has some thoughts.
I have a problem with his defense. For sure.
Would you trade him for Giannis? Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I would.
How old is he? He's got to be
course
like
you would.
20.
30?
27.
Fucking Milwaukee.
Oh, he's not 30 yet.
He's 30.
Of course.
Cat? It's 30, right?
No.
29 years old,
Oh,
be
he's
30,
basically-
November 15th.
Yeah, he's basically 30. Okay. Yeah, I would trade him too.
But does Kyrie have a point saying that Cat slander is going too far? He did acknowledge that when he switches tones up, sometimes he
No.
does find that to be.
It's not going too far. Okay, the reason it's not going too far because
Gil, you seen what's going on the internet right now.
no, but that's why it's not going too far because we're just picking and we're just
Yeah,
making fun of
trolling.
them, right? We're just trolling
That's
them.
it.
Like it's no different than when Chris Bosh was doing
Hell
his
yeah, with all the fucking, all that shit, nigga,
He
what?
actually played to the camera doing the dumb shit like
Man.
this. The camera looking at me.
Gotcha.
Like he'll start doing that. This one is like we're going out. Yes, we're going out of our way to sit there and poke, but that's all it is. It's just it's fun.
Well, is it
Neat.
passing the part of fun and being mean-spirited? I mean, we've seen some of the AI stuff. We've seen some
Bro,
of
what
the
are we in third
fake
grade?
news coming
Is
out.
this
Oh,
the
you
third
mean
grade
the tat?
Third grade teacher saying
You
you're being
mean the tattoo on his
mean-spirited.
back?
We've seen the
Was that real or
videos
not?
with him doing the makeup.
Yeah,
and
was that tattoo real that they put on that man?
He was doing
I'm gonna just be honest with you.
the AI generated
I hope
video
it
of
ain't.
him.
No,
Seeing him at the
don't
airport
think
with
it was.
double
Yeah, we
packed
hope
up,
it
going through the security
That's all
checkpoint.
AI shit, man.
Okay, but
it's more
there's only AI we
creativity right
respect.
now. Just don't be sensitive, man. This ain't got nothing.
The best thing about, the funny thing about it is, most of us thought it was real. It just made sense, right? Yeah, that's Cat.
I mean, it'll
Had that with a couple thigh tattoos.
it'll be over in 3 weeks. You know what I mean? Stuff on the internet lasts
Get the
2 3
twerking. I mean,
No, it's just it's
You know what? Do a vote. Do we think Cat has thigh tattoos?
This
Just
one.
singular. Just one.
Just so
Not the
multiple,
full leg sleeve.
so
just one.
multiple thigh tattoos is fine.
Just one thigh tattoo. Just singular.
a
just
tattoo
like
of a man on
just
your
like
inner thigh.
cinnamon. Just like cinnamon. Just put that in.
We
the
will
chat.
ask the chat.
Yeah, so
Hold on,
it's
let me
this,
magically
like-
do it.
this thing, right, where you give the old saying, like you give somebody an inch, they're gonna take a mile, right? It's that, right?
Yep.
He's given whatever the material is during an interview or during the game or whatever it is, there's something. So now people, it's just like a fucking microscope now, right? He's on a microscope now. Everybody's looking for the next Cat meme or the next for him to do something, right? So they want to be the first one to put it out. So now he's reached that status to where people trying to create the next meme.
Yeah.
Josiah.
Welcome to New York.
I don't do
Memes
cat
and
memes.
nightmare.
I don't do cat memes.
Welcome to
But memes
memes.
and
I do cat memes, but in
Memes
good
and
taste.
nightmares, but I'm just saying though.
I know, but I talk
people
about
looking
that.
out for the next one. So that's what it is nowadays. So
Streaming
it's
on Hulu.
unfortunate. It's just like when JaVale was playing, the Shaq and the
Yeah,
Fool.
Shaq and the Fool.
It's this. So it's if you keep giving people material, they're gonna keep making shit do shit. So that's just what it is. So hopefully, or not hopefully, this might make him more mindful of his mannerisms and certain things he do. Not to give people the material to fuck with him, but if this is part of his, it's gonna continue to happen.
And even Kyrie acknowledged that some of the tone,
But it
after
is-
all that and those type of things.
It is
So you can't
funny
do that.
though. He can't change. I mean,
But Kyrie said it was fun.
it's funny.
He just keeps doing it. Is what
That's what
it
I'm
is.
saying, you
Like,
can't-
There's no reason
having-
to acknowledge it if he don't find it to be a problem.
but
It's
I'm
not a
pretty sure-
problem for him.
I'm pretty sure he's.
If it is, he should address it.
Yeah.
I don't need nobody else speaking for me, telling me nothing. 1. 2, man, if I got a problem, I'm gonna address it. That's 2. 3, hey man, look, the shit is funny. Y'all keep putting me out there. I love it. I love it.
That has
just
to
don't
be-
overstep. Just don't overstep when you see me in public. Cause y'all gonna hit me with the zesty shit and double cake. Hey, listen.
Double caked up, baby.
Y'all hit me with that shit if y'all want to. You know what I'm saying?
Wedding cake.
But at the same time, like we were saying yesterday, sticks and stones, all that kind of shit. Be tough-minded. Know that this comes with the fucking territory, man. Motherfuckers gonna get you. Like Kai's he on stream.
Does Kai doing that help or hurt Cat? Because I feel like you're saying it don't help because
And now we see
when
it.
you acknowledge it, it just makes it worse.
And you're trying to tell me you're gonna attack me for attacking him? Bet. Now I get Kyrie Irving talking to me. What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Are you serious? Yeah, we gonna troll the fuck out of you and Cat now. Let's get him. They don't understand the streaming universe. You don't play into that shit. You ignore it. You gotta keep it moving.
But is all the zesty talk going a little bit overboard?
Why? No.
Is he talking zesty?
But what's so funny is he's zesty, but it's not like nobody's put him in the LGBT community.
But zesty's not a bad thing. Everybody's
No, it's two different. That's why you got to look how it's played. Like, we know he has a girlfriend. We know who his girlfriend is. We know that's it. We just making fun of how he moves. That's it. We're not talking about his game, right? We know he balls. That's not. We just these little things, the little passing.
Yeah.
That's it. It has nothing to do. That's it.
We're not doing that to Brunson because that's how we have those moments.
No, but honestly, they are doing it to Brunson too. Pretty much anybody on the internet, you have
No,
a
they
bad
say you
game.
like a stud, bro.
Gilbert
was
said to
nasty.
Brunson.
That was nasty, bro.
No, I did not.
He said that. He did say
That
that.
was the New
It
York-
was you.
No, that was New Yorker.
That was you.
Martin, that was
He said he was looking like a whole stud.
That was Mero.
Yeah, it was Merle. Yeah,
But you
it was
laughed
Merle.
at
Yeah,
it.
it was.
Yeah,
You
you
laughed
laughed
first.
at it.
You laughed first. You laughed out loud first.
Crazy.
Meryl did say
I
that.
just heard.
That shit had me crying,
See, what's
bro.
funny because then you make it look like a strong stud.
A strong
So
stud.
you look at it like, damn. We're trying to watch the game, bro. Like,
All you need is a plaid little collar shirt. You good, baby. Some Timbs.
But any NBA player, you have a bad game, they will find your comp on the internet, and that will become the
shit,
main.
man, listen, man. We trying to enjoy stuff. Shit is funny, right? I mean, it's the best way to do it is just have fun with it. I mean,
Clap back. Clap back. Everybody got jokes now. That's the funny
I
part
think
about
that's
life.
why he was trying to sound New York though.
Yes.
In interviews, he was like, yeah, you know, have a great game.
Yeah.
come down to the Dykeman.
Come down here, Rucker Park.
Rucker Park.
Rucker
You
Park.
know what I'm saying?
Oh, he used Ruck. I thought he used Dykeman.
Did he say Dykeman?
I don't even
No, I
know.
think he said Dykeman because he's from the.
Yeah.
They go to the Dykeman, you know what I'm saying?
And I'm like, damn. bro.
It's Dominican grandmother birthday today,
Yeah.
or Dominican grandmother's day
But
today.
he talking to people. He talking to the people.
Like, how you from New York didn't sound New York? That was just the bad part.
But see, but when
He sound more New York
but what I'm
than
saying
New
is,
Yorkers, I
when he tried
promise
to change his, now everybody getting on that. You know what I mean? So he kind of can't win right
Can't
now.
win, man. He can't
Can't
win, man. Like this just we just picking you. All right, you can't. If we can't, we're just picking you, bro. That's it. Just let it go.
It's your time.
All right, just get your 25 and 10, win your championship.
He's paying
right?
his Knicks
We're gonna be
dues.
paying attention to how you hold the trophy.
All
Right?
that.
How you drink your bottle. That's what.
They did it to Chris Bosh, they gonna do it to you.
Yeah, we know you won the championship. You start pouring the drink on you, we gonna laugh.
No one is
Okay.
safe from internet slander, I believe, is the moral of this. But let's keep this thing moving. Talk a little bit more about the Knicks. So after leading the Knicks to their first conference finals appearance in 25 years, Tom Thibodeau looking for a job. But the former Knicks coach took some time to thank his former team, coaches, and fans with an ad in the New York Times, which he also posted on his recently created Twitter account. So let's take a look at what Thibs had to say. He said, "To the best city in the world with the best fans in the world, thank you. When I was hired in 2020, I said this was my dream job. I am grateful that dreams became a reality. Thank you to our players and coaching staff who gave everything they had and to everyone who makes this franchise special. Proud of everything we accomplished together, including 4 playoff appearances and this year's run of the Eastern Conference Finals, our first in 25 years. And to the fans, thank you for believing in me and embracing me from day one. Watch you support our team and seeing the Garden ignite with that incomparable Knicks energy is something I will never forget." So it should be pointed out that Thibs' message did not contain any direct mentions of owner James Dolan or the front office led by Leon Rose. But do you respect Thibs' classy gesture after getting fired by the Knicks?
That's why they hired him in the first place. Good dude. Had a good run. Thinking the city and the fans is not the team, right?
I think he
the
said
players. I'm saying, but the ownership and
Yeah.
it's not them. I'm saying the players, the fans, and the people of New York are not those individuals. So Yeah, no, it was. Wouldn't expect anything different from a good run you had in that kind of a city, and the love that he probably received in the streets from the fans before they lost was probably, I'm saying, unmatched. So.
It seems like, man, narratives is getting coaches fired. You know, it's the narrative of he didn't trust his bench, he's playing his guys too hard when they did lose a game, right? Oh, it's because they tired. Like, the narrative of he didn't trust the rest of his bench is more of what got him looked at in a disrespectful way, and nobody really thought about, like, the totality of what he did for the season, right? How he did play this small roster and what he did last year without a healthy team, and then what he did this year. So, I mean, he is a winning coach. He knows how to win. He's proved it, right? It might not be the style that you like, that he's trusting 10, 15 people, but, you know, the people that he do put out there understand their job and duty, and they're winning with it. So I'm pretty sure he'll get another job.
Yeah, I'm thinking I would probably get another job. We talked about it on the couch when the firing first went down. But after all the good he did in New York, helping revitalize the franchise, first Eastern Conference Finals appearance in 25 years, are we so sure still that the Knicks should have parted ways with Thibs?
So this is my thing. Like, we don't know the conversations that's had between head coach and front office, right? I don't know if I told y'all this before, but I think I have. I was in New York when they fired Fizdale, right? I was in the building about to meet with them about a job when they fired this man. The man conducted practice, fired this man right after practice, right? Let this man talk to the media and fired him, and I saw it go across the bottom line on ESPN. Like, oh shit, whoa, right? So decisions are made that Dolan and front office, like, it's just what they're doing, right? They're making these decisions, and whether you have success or not, it doesn't calculate for them, I don't think. Conversations they've had on playing certain guys, not playing these guys, we don't know, right? Thibs might have been like, this is the way I'm gonna do it, and you're gonna fire me either way it goes, so I'm gonna do it my way. And I think he is that kind of a guy. He's gonna stand on what's been successful for him. And that might be what cost him his job, I think, ultimately.
I think if you fire somebody like him, you gotta have somebody else lined up.
Right.
You might want to hire.
Oh, they don't.
And
They don't. We're going to talk about that.
They don't.
Right?
That's the bigger. That's what I'm saying. Like, hindsight.
you gotta have. Well, let me say you gotta, right?
Yeah.
Because I think that you're right. The narratives. Look at the Denver coach, Mike Malone, going right. Like, these are good coaches, and they just firing coaches left and right.
Because they stuck in they've been successful a certain way, and when you're asking me to deviate from that, it's tough for them dudes, right? They've been built on a certain kind of thing, and they're not going. So I'm not one of these young coaches. Mike Malone got a championship. Tom Thibodeau didn't have good runs, like, so you're not going. I know what I need to do to be successful as a coach, right? So as Michael Malone proved it, and Tom Thibodeau proved, you're gonna fire me anyway. So I might as well do it my way.
Yeah.
Told Mike Woodson this. Writing on the wall, bruh. You might as well play who the fuck you want to play, dog. Went right in his office and told him that. Like,
How much time do we give him?
who?
A coach.
Which coach?
So Thibs 5 seasons with the Knicks.
Yeah,
for-
five.
It just depends on to do what though. It depends. No. Everybody not trying to win.
I know that.
Everybody not trying to win championships.
I'm
It
not
depends
trying
on
to
what you're
place the
trying to do.
conversation
Yeah, I'm
in
saying
a
depends on
certain
what you're trying to
position.
do.
I'm trying to understand how long do you got? How long do you got? We hired you in 2020. It's 2025. When you was with Chicago.
Yeah.
How long do you have?
Where's the program? Where's your team? Like, what if I said you're gonna have me for 5 years? What are you expecting? I'm pretty sure there's nobody in the Knicks organization that said Eastern Conference Finals.
In 5 years,
I'm gonna
we
give
were
y'all
there or championship.
I'll give you a timeline. Let me tell you why. This is important. 2020. Leon Rose, William Wesley came in for the Knicks front office. They took over. Immediately, who did they hire? Tom Thibodeau. That was their guy that they wanted to choose to build around. They just fired him. Tom's up.
Okay.
Tom's up, Tom.
So 5 years.
5 years. And could it have been last year?
See,
Maybe.
But I'm
see,
saying
this is the thing, right? When you are trending, right, a certain direction, and you haven't won in you haven't won a championship since 1973, and you've been shuffling coaches in and out of that place consistently. Shit, since I was in the NBA until now. My 15 years and I've been out of the league fucking 10 years. It's been a long time. You have a guy that you know what he built on and what he needs in order to be successful. He's proven it to you. What he needs for his roster to be successful. And to your point, like y'all let this narrative get in the way of that success. Like Eastern Conference Final, like y'all a piece away or a trust away from, like this is what you are. You're away from like this. So now you out here trying to poach other teams' coaches.
You know why?
Right? Now you trying to pick, like ask for permission to interview these people. When you had a successful guy.
But you just beat the Celtics. Make the first
Mother
Eastern
guys
Conference
ain't won
Finals
it.
in
Their
25
Their
years.
decision making is coming from this guy is making the wrong mistakes. We got the team. We got the pieces. Look at what he's doing in crunch time. Look at the decisions he's making as a coach. Look at the defensive situations, everything he's doing. I know they're upstairs. They're like, the players and the coaches, assistant coaches are complaining about him not adjusting. That's like Doc Rivers. You refuse to adjust, and we keep telling you to adjust, and you don't want to listen to us. We gave you 5 years. And now we lost this situation because the team just ain't buying in no more like they used to. We need some fresh blood in here.
How do you feel about getting a coach that just got fired from another team?
Yeah, that's the Mike Malone shit.
Yeah, like
It's like
how
getting
does
a
that, like, you know what I
girlfriend
mean?
that just got
Yeah.
You don't even think about it. You know what I mean?
You in the
Don't
locker
think
room.
about it. We got better
You know what I
players
mean?
over
You hate
here.
the coach got
Different
fired, and
house,
you're like,
different
oh,
rules
this
over
is
here,
coming in.
sweetheart.
No! Is it that easy?
Yeah, man. Like getting a new girl, man. Yo, he left you. Come on over here. Come on over here.
You don't care why?
Yeah, you available?
Yeah, hey. Like
I'll find out why you got dumped.
Old saying, one man's trash.
Another man's
You
trash.
know,
I'm
yeah.
talking about. So, hey, they don't care why you got fired. We're going to see how this thing work over here.
It's this weird thing that's going on, and a lot of coaches will be getting fired. It's trending because they're bumping head with nerds. They're not bumping heads with basketball knowledge, right? So you got a Thibs, like a Malone, where the people above that's telling him this is who they need to play. They're going off of analytics. It's the analytics, the business people that came into the game and said, hey, we need to shoot more threes. We need to shoot 43s, 53s a game because this is how it's done. And he's sitting there like, hey, man, I'm trying to coach my team. I don't care what Boston's doing. I don't have Boston's team. I have this team. I'm trying to coach. And that's where this big feud is going. It's the analytic people that's upstairs trying to tell these coaches how to coach the team. And that's the real problem. The people who say, hey, you're hired or fired, they're not in it for basketball. They're just looking at a piece of paper that's telling you. But is Thibs the most successful coach since Pat Riley
Yes.
in New York?
First Eastern Conference
51
Finals,
seasons,
25 years.
back-to-back 51 seasons, right?
Back to back for the first
Pat Riley
time.
didn't get fired, right? He left.
I think he got traded to the Heat, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, he got traded.
You could trade a coach?
Because he wanted to go, right? He
Yeah, took the president job with the Heat.
So he
I never knew you could trade a coach.
Like I'm trying to figure out where do you go from here? What is the expectations on the next guy who's coming in?
So let's get to
Mark
that.
Jackson.
Let's get to that point. So we asked the chat, will Knicks regret firing Thibs? 65% of the chat says yes. So Knicks are active in their coaching search right now, so far leaving much to be desired. So New York requested interviews with Rockets coach Ime Udoka, Wolves coach Chris Finch, and Mavs coach Jason Kidd. Each of those requests were denied by the team those coaches are
I know what they're doing. I know what they're doing. I love it. I love it.
They're
shaking shit up.
They're trying to shake shit up through the pot, but all those gentlemen under contract with their
It
current
don't
team.
matter.
Current team said no.
We can trade for the coach.
But
Just calling, fucking with people.
What team said
just
yes?
fucking
Dallas?
with 'em.
Dallas?
Fuck with
none of them said so. They asked. So Jason Kidd was speculated to be their top candidate. They asked the Mavs for an interview with Jason Kidd. The Mavs said no, thank you.
Yeah, if you say yes, then you might as well ship me
Y'all
off.
don't know what's going on over here?
Nico said no, brother. We already made one trade. We good.
You better call Chauncey up over there in Portland and get Chauncey over in New York. He might have some better success.
So the question for y'all is, are the Knicks playing themselves with all these rejections in their coaching search? These rejections extremely public.
Yes.
Yeah, they played themselves and they're playing themselves some more because they're missing one element and they're missing the fan base of the Knicks. And what happens when you get a new coach next year and y'all start off bad? You really think the New York fan base that's been watching winning for the last few years and got excited about basketball is going to sit back and let that team start back? They're going to blame the coach. The coach himself.
The New York
They're not going to pay attention to like the East got better and everybody got. No, they going, what are we doing? This is what we was doing when Thibs was here. This is it. Boom, motherfucker. They're going to boo the team out of the building.
But nothing changes because it's still New York and they still going to show up. They still
Yeah, they're going to
still
show
gonna
up.
believe and
show up and
dream.
they gonna
Boo. They're going to show up and boo.
They wouldn't have
They paid their money. They gonna
have
boo
they
them
not.
up.
I
New
know.
York fans been New York fans,
But-
regardless who the coach is.
But Knicks fans turned up the last two seasons.
Turned.
We saw it this year, taking over 7th Avenue,
Yeah.
attacking Tyrese Halliburton fans on the street.
It's a progression.
Grass
Climbing
ain't always-
billboards.
Grass ain't always greener.
But when you lose and you come up short, the fans are just as mad for not like if you come up short and then you not get.
Yeah, but now the
they still
expectation is
same.
there.
Yes.
You better get to the.
That's what I'm saying. You
With
gave
Tatum
them-
missing most of next year too,
Yeah.
they got to make it there again.
The expectation was there in 1999.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you talking about another 20 years before they?
Expectation was there before. They ain't go riot the streets for 20 years. They just like we the Knicks. Fuck it. We just can't get there.
No, they just kept firing every coach ever since that.
Fuck. Can't get there. This is nothing but another little step in being a New York Knick. But if you get this next coach, like he's saying, and they do something,
They up there.
and they do something.
The only way to do
did the
something
last
is
one-
they gotta
listen,
win.
make it to
That's
the
what I said.
championship.
That's what I said. They got
In the
to win
last
it.
20
They have to win
years,
it.
they are up there in the most coaches and players that came through that organization the last 20 years. They have to be up there.
Yeah.
Like, top 5.
Coaches,
easy.
for sure.
It's the
Coaches
biggest,
and players.
but it's the biggest market though, right?
Coaches and players, bruh.
Wouldn't they? Wouldn't
Knicks
they?
got- I mean, Lakers got to be a dead motherfucker too.
Yeah.
No. Phil Jackson held it down for a while.
I'm just like coaches and players run.
But after Phil, it was like
Suns as well.
seven
you
coaches.
say. Yeah. Suns have had a coaching carousel going on, but
Yes.
But you look at this Knicks squad, they've now tasted this victory. They're excited about this Eastern Conference Finals, like I said, first time in 25 years. The next coach that comes in will have an immense amount of pressure, and it's got to be a strong enough name. Mike Malone probably
I don't give a
at
fuck
this
who
point.
it is.
But I'm just saying whoever comes in got to have a proven track record to get this team excited, and they're going to have so much expectation on them.
And
They just have to get it
They need
done.
somebody offensive minded. They got to run a different offense for one.
Yeah.
And good luck with that for 2. Because
Allen Houston.
Changing
he's
their
not-
offense, get it away from Brunson and try to make it move around. That's
Good luck.
going to be different.
Yeah.
So just imagine they did bring Michael Malone in there, right? And he did try to run that style of offense that he ran with Nikola. Some degree of it. I ain't saying it has to be that, but some degree of it.
That changes Brunson's
That
game.
changes.
me ask y'all
That
this.
changes who Jalen Brunson is. Off
Is
the top.
that who? I don't believe that's who Jalen Brunson is. I don't believe that what we're seeing is Jalen Brunson in his, this is who I am. He's been given a role, and I think he's been thriving in that role.
by Thibs?
Yes,
Thibs'
because
offense. That's
think
what I
about
mean.
Dallas. Think about Dallas. That wasn't his role in Dallas.
'Cause he had
He
another-
came to New York and they like, Thibs like, look, we're going to do this with you. And it carried over to the second season. Now we think that this is Brunson's offense. This is what he does, one-on-one, one-on-one. I don't think that's it. I think he can adjust. I think he can do some other shit. I think
Does he
that was
move
just
the-
his priority.
So how does
How
he move off the ball?
Right
I'm
now,
just-
because their
like-
offense wasn't a move off the ball offense.
But
So
no,
you
but
put him
he's
in.
been off-
It wasn't with
He's
with
been off the
Dallas
ball
either.
before.
Yeah, it was. That's how he got his shit off the
wouldn't have
bench,
grown
off the
into who
ball.
he is
But
if
it
he
was-
stays in Dallas. He would have never be the Jalen Brunson he is today if he would have stayed in Dallas.
But he would have been someone different. He would have been
Yeah, role
someone.
player.
No,
Yeah.
he could still be a star because he's good.
Waiting for Luka to kick it.
Yeah,
He's good.
Yeah, that's all it is. Sit in the corner, wait for Luka to get it, and when he got it, play one-on-one. That was the.
He was in pick and roll. He's a pick and roll player.
What is he doing now?
He's going one-on-one.
No, his whole thing
pick and
is
roll.
pick and roll to try to get somebody he don't like on him to then go one-on-one.
So, but looking at this Knicks squad, do we see more shakeups coming? Obviously, it's just setting up to be a very
Got a
interesting
good
summer.
roster now. They got a solid roster. Unless somebody leaves or they make a trade, but
Yeah, but
got a
that's
solid roster. With a different coach, a different offense, we don't know how it's going to look.
yeah.
Right?
But I'm just saying with this,
And that's why. Listen, if you was gonna fire Thibs, you should have just held on to him first 10, 15 games of the season,
See how it look.
and then fire him then. Motherfucker start off this season 0-2, fired, woo, woo, Lord. All right, let's bring somebody else in. Like, yeah, we already signed that contract. But it's easier then because you got a reason to. Here,
Eastern Conference Finals.
It's
Eastern
harder.
Conference Finals.
It's harder than if we start the season next year and we fire him after 2 games, we had to now implement a whole new shit during the season. Get this man out of here now so we can fucking focus on the summer.
I dig.
And have these new coaches come in and not have a discrepancy at the beginning of the season and give him a reason to hate this nigga. Give us a new coach, let him implement his guys, let him pick his players, and let's start fresh.
okay, but now they start
he's
0-2
gonna
with
rock
that new
this
coach.
team.
It's the same.
Whoever gets the job, this is his team. The team that went to the Eastern Conference Finals, this is the team. So whoever it is,
You don't see them making any moves.
I wouldn't.
See,
I
it's-
would.
The difference is, it's not like this is Golden State where you had Mark Jackson, right, getting ready to hit the bubble, right? And, before he exploded, Steve Kerr came in and rode that wave. This wave already hit. We see who they are.
It don't matter who the coach is. That's
Yeah,
all I'm
he's-
saying.
So that's what I. So
don't-
He might be fired in 2 years.
Yeah, could be for whoever the new coach. But it's a fresh start because we've had this guy.
It's
He
fresh start of
it's
winning.
insubordinate. Insubordinate. He don't be listening.
But it's winning.
It is
But it
winning,
had-
but the players. But so this is the thing, right? When you have it's the Nate McMillan thing, right?
Okay.
Hell of a coach, but god damn, dude, I'm tired of hearing your mouth.
Damn.
Right? It's damn. I'm tired of, man. We're getting to fucking town going to shoot around. Man, I'm trying to go to dinner, dog. It could like you just. Man, I'm saying you've been around. But you've been around this shit. You've been in it. When it's just, it could have been an assistant coach. It could have been you just like, dude.
Yeah.
All right, man.
All right,
God damn,
man.
dude.
Yeah.
It wasn't the starting 6. I can tell you that for damn show.
Like so it's but it just. No, but it could be.
It could be. It could be one of them 6, bro. Because the other niggas ain't strong enough to make this kind of creep.
They do a vote. Remember, there's 6 players that play. There's 11 players that don't.
Them
11 votes start to add up.
But them 11 niggas are part-tarts.
So
They can go. They put them in the toaster.
I don't think it even them 11. I think if this is a thing, right? You asking guys, they're like you have an intimate, personal conversation with players. And whatever the synopsis is, that's what you go with, right? Whether it's your exit meeting, whether it's off-site, whatever the case may be. And whether it's just one guy that you have this conversation with, and it's, man, dude wearing on people, man. It could just be that simple.
His energy. His
That
energy. is just,
that real simple phrase right there, man, dude wearing on us, dog.
Man.
Or he wearing on people.
man, we over.
Not even us. I'm saying, man, dude wearing on people, man. And now it's like,
Now imagine him walking in like the Grinch all the time with the crown
the
on.
comb over?
Yeah, with the, hey guys, come on. Shit, fuck. Come on, cat, you're fucking lazy. Fuck, shit. Tired of hearing this nigga, man.
Well, we will see how the Knicks coaching search pans out. Like I said, not looking good right now, but today's podcast is sponsored by SeatGeek. Everyone can use our code ARENA10 to get 10% off your SeatGeek order. Whether you're a new customer or not, sports, concerts, festivals, you name it, the weekend is pulling up to SoFi Stadium in a couple weeks, so a lot of people have been looking on SeatGeek for the best deals, and the Dodgers are on their quest to repeat as World Series champs, so you don't have to pull up to a few games using SeatGeek. SeatGeek rates on a scale of 1 to 10, so look for the green dots. Green means good, red means bad. No matter how many times you bought tickets using SeatGeek before, code ARENA10 is going to get you 10% off your next order. So take out your phone, open the SeatGeek app, and add code ARENA10 to your account. All right, so let's talk about some things going on Twitter recently. So KD been known to engage with fans on social media from time to time. Past few days, Durant has been socially active on a variety of topics, including his post-Warriors career and how ring culture has impacted player legacy. So it all started after Twitter user Hannah Hoops posted the following tweet. She said, "I think it's time to admit Kevin Durant's trajectory after leaving Golden State is very underwhelming." So despite not being tagged in the tweet, Durant confirmed the rumors. He routinely searches his name on the app.
Oh, that's crazy.
Responding about an hour and a half later with,
because I used to do the same shit.
"I highly disagree. Want to debate, 2 question marks." The extra one letting you know I'm about this right now. I have some time on my hands. So this set NBA Twitter ablaze as other accounts jumped in on the conversation with KD's Twitter fingers ready for action. One user jumped into the discussion by offering this analysis on KD's career since leaving Golden State, saying, "Brother, you sadly have not been out of the second round ever since you left Golden State. Perhaps a change of scenery might change that." To which KD quickly replied, "It's a team sport. I'm not playing tennis," which some think have the best athletes in the game. So another user offered this rebuttal, saying, "What have you done since leaving? Brooklyn was a failure. Phoenix currently is a failure, and you're about to jump ship to the next best available team, LOL." To which KD responded, "All-stars, 50, 40, 90, all-NBA, efficient buckets, brother. I also got a career-high assist one year, hit 30K points, won a couple Olympic golds and MVPs. What a career, and I'm still going. I love my life." Crying emoji, crying emoji, crying emoji, crying emoji. So do you agree with KD saying his career since leaving the Warriors has been successful?
What you got, man?
Me?
Yeah, what you thinking, man?
I think that the expectations are there, right? You got him, Harden, and Kyrie in Brooklyn. I mean, everybody thought it was going to be NBA Finals, you know what I mean? Which, you know, they didn't get to play together. Then he goes to Phoenix. He's got Bradley Beal, and he's got Booker with him. Expectations high. And they don't really perform. I don't think that his legacy, as far as an efficient, one of the greatest scorers, is affected. But I think when you talk about GOATs or you talk about top 5, like, you know, it always comes into the discussion of winning. And he hasn't won since he's been in Golden State. And some could say that he only won because he was in Golden State. They were already rocking and rolling when he showed up.
Come on now.
You know, so
Stop starting shit on the internet.
They were rock and roll. They did have one ring, 2016. 2016, they had a 3-1 lead over the Cavs' best regular season record ever. LeBron proceeded to win 3 straight games. KD joins that team after that. They go on to win 2 straight rings and end up losing to the Raptors in that 2019 finals.
I think LeBron would have won
That's his
3
whole
straight
thing.
for sure if he didn't go to Golden
Oh, I
State.
forgot you was a fucking
Yeah,
fan.
LeBron would have won
Intelligent basketball.
That's what you was doing to line that
3
up.
straight.
Ah.
So they needed each other, you know, but outside, after we're talking about after the Golden State era, he's a great scorer.
Damn, that's cold.
But ruptured Achilles, able to come back and arguably the same, if not a better player after that injury, which we've seen ruin a lot of careers
That's cold.
in the history of the league.
Yeah, the game was never built on athleticism. So, efficient score, like he said, man. It's just, it amazes me how people that's never played in the National Basketball Association can criticize and critique someone like Kevin Durant in this manner, right? Because just because you have a phone, you question this man's, his being, his legacy, like, it's, yeah, you have an opinion, cool, but The man's career is what it is. His numbers are what it is. His MVP is what it is, right? He went into these situations not to lose. He didn't expect that thing in Brooklyn to blow up in their face. Went there to win. It didn't pan out. Fucking COVID hit, all kind. So whatever the reasons were he didn't win in Brooklyn, it happened, right? From COVID, Kyrie not playing, it just, you name it, James hamstring, you name it, he can't control none of that. He went there to win, it didn't happen. Same shit in Phoenix, went there to win, it didn't happen, man. So it's not like he's going into these situations like, you know what? I'm gonna go that motherfucker just make it to the first round here, yeah, y'all. Y'all cool with that? So y'all can talk shit about me. Y'all, this is what I want to do. Like, nah, that ain't what he's in this to do, man. The man want to win. It's just unfortunate that injuries and a lot of other insinuating circumstances has happened. But he's been, of every stop, he's been the most consistent thing there. And you can't question that. Like, you can, but it's not, to me, it's not fair criticism, right? The criticism came leaving Oklahoma City and joining the team that y'all was up on. Cool, I'm with that. All right, but since then, the man went every situation trying to win. It just hasn't panned out, so. But everybody, like, we've been staying on this motherfucker, facts and opinions, and everybody has an opinion.
That they do, especially in the NBA Twitter community.
And they're like assholes.
They are. I was going to allude to that, Kenyon, but so
most of them stink.
When you look at KD's career post-Warriors, do you agree with him saying that it's been successful?
His career, are we going off of his career of what he's done?
KD as an individual, I would say the team success hasn't been there like we talked about and discussed.
Yeah, see, so just like KD says, I'm not a tennis player.
Not playing tennis.
If you rank me on my performance, on how I came into every season, my All-Stars, my All-NBAs, my gold medals, my averaging 26 a game, then I've been successful. But there's 14 other players that has to be attached to this, and a coach that has to be attached to this, and an organization that has to be attached to this for me to be successful. But when you're saying me, then you can only rate me by what I've done. And this is what I've brung in every season, what I've done. So I'm saying, hey, you're saying I haven't been successful, me as a person. And I have. I averaged 29, 26, 27. I played this many games. I made an all-star, that's me. My team, we done got fucked up. You know, COVID hit, this man didn't do this. He got injured. My toe was on this line, but shit, I still hit the motherfucking shot, but that ain't got nothing to do with it. But as a team, I haven't, instead of 17. I haven't been successful in a group setting when we do group projects. But my grade in the class is a fucking A still. My grade.
You're bringing an A to the group project.
I'm bringing an A to the group. Yeah. As a group, he didn't do this part, he didn't do this, but that's a group. This is a group project. So, you know, the criticism is it's easy because fans use team accolades to
team success
to say how good you are as an individual, and that's not necessarily how it's supposed to work.
But it
is, but it's not.
It's not.
Because we can find a whole bunch of people that has great team
because
success.
Who gives a fuck if it's fair or not? It is a thing, right?
When they want it to be. If I say, hey, where's Clay ranked amongst shooting guards? You're going to always put two shooting guards in front of him that have got no rings. Yeah. Why this man sitting there doing this to a whole bunch of people? We're going to be like, yeah, but he was better than Allen Iverson. You're going to name a whole motherfucking bunch of people. So we only use the team success when we want to argue about something that we like.
Dig it.
Right? Yeah. So if you don't like Kevin Durant, of course you're going to go against it. Yeah. If you like him, you're going to defend it, right? It's that simple.
Kevin Durant said an important statement. He said this is a team sport. It's not tennis. When you turn in a group project, does the group get an A or a B or a grade?
The group gets graded as a total unit.
Does anybody get graded on outside of the group? No. When you turn in a group project? Okay.
So you're saying because his team.
I don't want to hear nothing about me or I
But they're saying him.
when we're talking about your success, because we play a game that is a team sport.
Yeah.
The success is contingent on the team success.
Yeah. So the
Your
one tweet was,
individual accomplishments.
yeah, I dig it. The dude tweet was
They're
actually
they're giving you your opinion of what success can be to you, your accomplishments. But in the sport of basketball, the only success that counts is winning. And you are judged on that particular metric.
not necessarily.
Period.
No, I disagree. But the dude tweet was accurate. Brooklyn was a failure. But
Yeah,
but
Brooklyn- that Brooklyn was
he
a
was
failure,
accurate,
yes. Yes.
absolutely. Phoenix is currently a failure. Absolutely. That has nothing. The first line.
The first line
is bullshit, right?
Yeah.
So, yes, you're absolutely correct. Brooklyn was a failure. Phoenix was a failure. Absolutely. But no, Shai, like this man, like
He shows up every year and he
You put
does
him in
his
the-
part.
Yes.
I agree with
But
you.
you're
He
calling
does
him,
his part.
But you're calling him a failure.
So let me ask you
That's
this.
the
So if you
problem.
put him in a group, right? So to your analogy that you gave, right? If you put him in a group with a bunch of D students, right? And he come in that motherfucker be like, hey, listen, thank y'all for being here, but we gonna turn this motherfucker in. I already got it done. So we can get this A.
Yep. Why hasn't that happened?
Because it can't.
Why? You just explained how it can.
Because he's
you
not-
just said I got a bunch of D niggas in here.
Because guess
and
what?
I'm an A plus nigga.
Because guess
when I
what?
come and turn this bitch in,
you
let
know
me
why?
just turn in my shit.
Because
this
you know
gonna
why?
be an A.
Because you know why?
Tell me why.
Because you know why? Because you got the teacher standing in the middle of the group like, nope, you can't do that shit. That's the coach.
Yep.
Right? You got the head coach standing in the middle of the motherfucker like, nope, you can't do that shit. I said he got to do this part, he got to do this part, he got to do that part. You can only do this part, and it has to be handwritten.
But it hasn't been proven.
Handwritten, so I know
Okay,
it's
it
handwritten.
hasn't been proven that you
Right.
can handle it on your own.
Oh, it hasn't.
No, it hasn't. You haven't turned in a group paper where you led on your own.
Yeah.
Well, in theory,
No, in theory.
You joined
done
the
it
group.
twice.
No. You joined a group that already turned and said, look, we got it. We just gonna turn
It
this in.
was a high-performing group, but
I'm
not an A
just
group.
saying.
In that
In
group,
that
did he
group-
do his part?
Let me ask you a question.
Okay, so
When he got to the other groups,
in Brooklyn, as a small forward, was he not the best 3-4 in the
Nah, he
in the
wasn't.
NBA? Yes. So he did
he's
his
number
part.
one on that team,
The
though.
D did the D. They didn't do their parts.
When he
for
got
the
to the
grade.
smart-
What
When
he
he
just
got to the
said was
smart
when I
group-
pull up,
but when
when
he
I
got-
pull
hey.
up and I just, let's get this done.
Hey,
Let me give you the A,
But when
because
he
I got the A.
Oh, yes, but
You
when-
got the
so
A.
he
But
never-
I got to trade
So
my
guess
grade
what?
in too.
So
he
guess
has to do
what?
his grade. He has to. And as a
No,
group,
we're not
y'all gonna
trading.
get graded.
No,
guess
we're
what?
not. We're not bringing individual shit to the.
not-
We're as a group, we get graded
that's how
as
the
a group.
teacher does it.
So when this A student got with the A group, right? He still was an A plus. Everybody else was. Steph was A minus. He was still A plus.
When they turned in the grade,
No, so
as a
they
group-
got with the smarter group.
as a group.
The smarter group.
Well, I'm
which is
asking,
Golden
when they
State.
turned in-
Golden State is the smarter
But
group.
when Golden State turned in their grade, as a
It was
group,
an A plus.
before KD got there, when they turned in their grade,
They just lost. They just blew a lead.
I'm asking the question,
It was a
bro.
B.
I'm just
See,
asking.
They got
It
an
was a
F.
B.
They got
It was
an
a
F on
B.
their
It was a
20.
B.
And before they got an F on their
final exam.
2016,
On their final
it was a B.
exam.
It went from A to a B
as a
to
group.
A plus.
A plus.
As a
Right.
group.
My bad.
As a group.
As a
right?
group.
So now,
I would say F in 2016. That wasn't a failure?
That was just an F on the final.
No, that's F in the final.
Joe, you
They-
make a point.
they
Joe, you
broke
make a
the-
great
no,
point.
they broke the
Because
regular
the
season
success of
record.
failure is just, did you win?
No.
Did you win, Joe?
Nah, but they had the most
Joe,
winning
when he went
team.
to Brooklyn as a group, what happened?
You botched your final project.
Yeah, that's
How?
it.
Some people didn't show up to
Right.
class.
See,
some
that's
people-
what-
That sounds like an excuse.
So, Shai, you know how
Every time I say why, and y'all say this is why. it's
Shai,
like,
your final project is worth 51% of your grade.
okay.
This is what that was.
In Brooklyn?
No.
Golden State.
Golden State before he got like the 70. So 51% of your grade is your final project. That was the finals.
Okay.
So then he
You
went.
turn that motherfucker in and you got an F on it, and that turned your A
To a 49.
like so.
So
That's
as
what
a
that season
group-
was. So
as a
therefore,
group-
you go add this
as a
eight
group-
student.
You keep saying group,
And
but
you gonna
it's
add this
individual
student
to a
to this
group.
group.
There's no
right?
individual
You're
to a
bring-
group.
we-
Team is team, bro.
Yes.
Team.
Yeah, but if you did a group project, right, and you did
We
the
all
work,
gotta- I don't
but
care.
He had to help.
I don't care.
And listen, and then I come and I say, you can't draw for nothing.
I'm not listening to you. You didn't do no work.
But it's part of the grade.
Yeah, he's a part of the team. He should just be.
I gotta write the essay. You gotta bring the math. You gotta bring
He
the
gotta
drawing.
bring shit, like he said. If I can bring all the shit,
But that's
yo, you can chill, bro. You got me.
But he can't
Chill.
do that in the basketball. Who takes the ball out? Who has to guard the five?
Yeah, you
my
can't play on
position
five.
as the three.
Can't play
I
on
make
five.
A
Yes, we
plus
know that.
as the three.
So why are we talking like we playing all five?
No, he's playing. No,
no,
he
but
said
that's
grade
what the
his
tweet is.
position. Grade him as the three man.
But they're saying we're not gonna grade you individually.
No.
We're gonna grade you as a team.
No, you're
as a team
no,
player.
You're saying I suck as an individual. I'm not
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
my
So they
job as an
challenging
individual, and then you're throwing my team in.
yeah, they challenging him, not his team.
They're saying he sucks.
When you say
he's a leader.
I mean,
when you're
he's
saying
wild.
Brooklyn,
Be the leader of the teams that every
then
team he goes to.
I got an A.
No,
No.
I got an A.
No.
on
Not
project.
this, not
No.
this one.
Was he the best player though?
no.
A.
Hey,
He's bringing A to the. Here's my A. How was your drawing?
play-
Yeah, I bring a motherfucking
play,
D.
yes.
How was your math?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm bringing a C.
he's not the vocal leader.
Like,
If I'm a team and I bring in KD, is he not going to be the center
He's
point
the
of my
best
team?
player,
He's not going to be the
yes.
center point of my team.
He's going to
Yes.
be the best player
and
there.
he bringing A to the project. He can't make you draw better. I'm still great at the drawing.
So if he brought an A to the project, what is our overall grade?
There you go. Failure, overall grade.
So how did he bring an A?
Because the small
He did all the
forward
work.
position,
But we didn't get an A.
because you didn't bring an A to your
you
point
didn't bring
guard
an A
position.
either.
You didn't bring a point guard to your center spot.
SGA ruined the Warriors.
Because Draymond didn't throw him the goddamn ball. He,
Like you,
goddamn.
you're trying
Think
to.
about if everybody showed up and just said, look, I'm going to just do my part and go home.
Then you're
And
gonna
be
have
pleased.
team success.
How?
You will.
How?
You will.
What if what you say you're doing,
will.
that you say is enough?
You'll
It's
have
not
team
enough.
success.
No.
It's not enough.
You
It's
done a
not
good job.
enough. No,
So this
it's
is
not
what
enough.
people do.
If it doesn't,
I did all I can do.
to the best of my ability.
Right.
To the best
so guess
of my
what
ability.
that wasn't for us? It wasn't enough.
For us,
It wasn't
For the
enough.
team to win.
For
For
the
the
best
team.
of your ability is what you think is good for the team. We need more. We need more.
we can't do more.
We need more. That's why we got somebody else. That's why we got to go
No.
find other shit. Because if you can give us more and you're not, because you're basically just saying, look, I'm giving all I got, man. I can't do any more than I'm gonna.
What if they keep jumping from group to group, though, trying to get projects?
But the problem is this: there's 500% pushed into a game, right? We all have the ability to bring 500%.
If he brings
right?
100,
if I bring
you bring
100,
50.
you bring 10. I can't make up 90% of your job. I can't do it. I can't bring. So he cannot say, all right, I'm going to beat LeBron James at my position. And then Luka here is bringing 100% to the point guard. And then our point guard brings 10 compared to him. And I got to take on Luka too. Then I got to take on Austin Reeves too. Like, no. I can only bring 100%. You're grading me on what I'm bringing. He's not failing what he's bringing to the table. There's other players that's playing in the game too. There are other people. There's other people, right? So the point guard they brought in, what was he ranked amongst point guard?
So
349, where was he? As a starter.
So,
What is this?
What was it?
What was this? Because I'm ranked what, 1, 2, or 3? Playing against 1, 2, or 3.
so
Now the point guard we're playing against is 1, 2, or 3, but the guy that's guarding him, that's on my team, is 340. And you're judging me saying I'm failing? How?
You're not winning.
I'm not losing my matchup.
You're not-
That's all I can do is bring my
You're
matchup
not
first.
You're not winning.
a lot of people not
Yeah, in
winning.
the team. Yeah, we're not winning as a
A
team.
lot of people not winning.
And they're not mentioning those guys because they not KD.
Well, let's spin it forward.
KD is
KD is low hanging fruit for people
Why?
because he's going to respond.
Did he
because
put
he's
himself
gonna,
where
it's
he can
clickbait.
be where it can be low?
It's easy clickbait.
But did he put himself?
No, it's easy clickbait.
So how can you blame the people?
It's easy clickbait.
So
How can you blame the people?
let's spin this forward. So KD was
Listen, hold on. He is giving them exactly what they are seeking to do, right? They know if they poke him, he's going to respond. The poker's going to so they know that, right?
They
so
said
this is good shit for them.
when you have nothing to talk about,
Yeah.
there's 2 buttons you push.
Yes. Yeah.
KD getting traded.
Yes.
LeBron James.
But guess what we guaranteed to get? Guess what we
it.
guaranteed to get out of that?
Content.
A response.
Yeah.
A response.
Why
Of
the
course.
fuck are we talking about this?
Yeah.
So let's,
I'm asking a real question. Why are we talking about
Because
KD responding to guys on Twitter that ain't even at him?
Because OKC and Pacers are in the championship.
we're going to talk about them shortly. Let's spin this forward, though.
Yeah.
So KD was also asked by Dime Dropper Pod about his Nets squad getting swept by the Celtics in the first round of 22 playoffs. In that series, Durant averaged 26.6 assists, 6 rebounds, 39, 33, 90 shooting splits. So Dime Dropper Pod asked KD if he was satisfied with that series. Of course, KD said no because he's a perfectionist. Durant went on to say that winning a game in that series wouldn't really have made a difference in the grand scheme of things in terms of how he's perceived. KD also used the discussion as an opportunity to address his problems with the current state of ring culture, using Allen Iverson's MVP season in 2001 as an example, which included AI Sixer squad giving the Lakers their only loss of the postseason in Game 1 of the Finals that year. So this is what KD said. This is a new day. Iverson will be getting clowned for not winning that series. It's just the way fans work in 2025. But I don't think we tried to lose, LOL. Like, they just beat us. If I would have retired and quit basketball after that, then I would get the criticism towards my mentality. So Durant went on to elaborate his thoughts even further, saying, I'm just saying, to me, Iverson is a basketball god, so him winning and losing doesn't matter. He stamped himself as somebody who loved and cared about being great and pushing the game forward. I know this will be frowned upon, but as a fan, that's enough for me. So do you agree with KD saying winning and losing doesn't matter when it comes to talking about the greats? Is it their approach to the game?
I agree. Yeah, man, it's just what it is, man. Like, everybody's not gonna win. It's just unfortunate. Like, that's just what it is about sports. Mm-hmm. Everybody is not gonna win. Everybody's not gonna win the championship. That's what it is. So if you go out there, man, and you putting your time in, you working on your craft, and whatever comes of it, when you hang them up, and you did your part, you did all you could, you worked as hard as you could, or if you didn't work as hard as you, whatever comes of it, when you hang them up, it is what it is, man. You can hold your head high, you can walk down the street and people recognize you for your craft, things that you did. That's gratifying and satisfying enough for a lot of people, right? For people to recognize it. For every person that loves you is going to be somebody that got something negative to say, man. So you concentrate on the people that's praising you, and that's good enough for a lot of dudes that did this and put a lot of time into this, man. Yeah, so it's not going to always pan out the same way for everybody.
But if you, as an individual, do all you can to impact winning as much as you can, and then that does not happen,
what else can you do?
The winner is what the winning is your approach to the game. How do you approach the game? Right? Is basketball 90% of your life? Are you trying to be an expert at it? Right? He loses to the Golden State, right? He joins the team. You put him in a winning situation with other people who know how to win. They didn't fucking win. They dominated. Mm-hmm. They didn't. Usually, you will fail, right? There's only one ball. Remember that there's only one ball around. They tried to use that, but because he has other people that knows the same, they think the same. They won. He didn't have success. Didn't have the same minds. But when you're talking about a pure basketball mind who cares about the game of basketball, who studies the game of basketball, he's in locker rooms. He might only meet 2-3 people his whole career that actually loves the game like him. You are fortunate if you have somebody who has the same passion as you, who obsesses with the game just like you are in a locker room. Right, you got motherfucking losers that's top 10, top 15, losing minds. They were just more gifted than everybody. So they would go down as winners. Oh, there it is winning. He got this many rings. They were fucking losing mind. He had people that was mentally stronger than him. He had a great group with him. He had a great franchise that helped him win. But the habits was fucking losing habits.
Can I say this? As far as on record, KD is one of the greatest players that ever played the game. Period. But he's being judged based on what he accomplished in Golden State. When you go there and you win, and I think everyone believes that when he got there, they won because of him. Are we in agreement?
Or you put them over the top.
Gave them advantage.
So the expectation here now is that KD took his talents to the Warriors and won 2 championships. So anywhere he goes after this, what can we expect if he was the sole reason for those 2 championships?
No, he wasn't
Yeah,
the
but
sole
they-
reason.
nah.
He wasn't
He
the sole
brought his
reason.
grade to the project.
He wasn't the sole reason, though.
He has another A.
doing
He
the
has,
project.
he has a Steph Curry was an A in his position.
I let niggas cook.
Yeah, but
I let niggas cook. I ain't say a goddamn word. I ain't say nothing.
I think what KD was saying was like he's not really focused right now on he's enjoying the game. You know, his accolades are there, who he is. And when you look back on players, when you talk about them 20 years down the line, what are you looking at? You're looking at their highlights, right? You're not posting up their standings and like if they won, you know, that if they were first in the East or the West. So I think as an individual player, yeah, he's one of the greatest to ever, you know, one of the greatest scorers to ever play the game.
But he's not being judged on that.
I don't think
He's
he should
being
be judged
judged
any other
on
way.
when you won, how you won, and why you haven't won since then. That's it. How you won, when you won, and why you haven't won since. And they making great points, like, yes, who's around you and all that. But that's the expectation that it was set when he won, that it was because of you. And then any team who picks you up, they're going to expect the same thing you did in Golden State. But you don't got no Steph, and that's what they saying. And you ain't got no Steph, you ain't got no Clay. You ain't got the A team, but that's the expectation that the A team was you.
He came back.
you had the 18, but the 18 happened during COVID. You had Kyrie, you had James. That was supposed to be that, right? He was trying to recreate what they had in Golden State.
But
right?
the expectation
he thought he
is
was
him
doing
with
that, right?
them could automatically work because he just worked it with them two over
so
there.
there was insinuating circumstances that got in the way of that.
Like what?
COVID,
Oh, you said insinuating. Okay. I mean,
injuries, hamstring.
excuses.
No, these are things. So hamstring, excuse
You got to play.
No, you
But
don't.
they didn't.
No, I'm saying
How?
KD is going to have to play without them regardless of
played.
those
So
circumstances.
therefore, so if
Those are
Steph,
he
if Steph and Clay go down, do they win?
It didn't happen.
Yeah, they lost.
They lost to
That's a
Toronto.
hypothetical.
No, they did lose. Toronto won a championship.
I thought you were talking about when KD was there.
He was there. He got hurt, remember?
Got hurt.
Yeah, he tore his.
The
He tore
third
his
year?
kid. Yeah, he tore his
I'm
Achilles.
talking about the first two.
Yeah, but so imagine
No.
Steph go
I'm
down.
talking about the
Clay.
first two.
Imagine
You see what
Steph-
happened when he
the
went
first
down.
2 years,
They
them
lost.
2 years when they won it, right? Them 2
So that
years
means
when
that he was the A part of the team.
So
right?
the 2 years when they won,
Right?
Shai, hear me out. The 2 years that they won.
That means
right?
he's the A part of the team.
Yes.
If they lost when he go down after winning two.
But the 2 years that they
You're
won, hear
trying
me
to
out.
pretend that there's not a top.
They all went down.
The next person on the team, you take Kevin Durant, the next person on the team is Steph Curry,
Who just
who's
won one.
arguably the best point guard ever or number 2 on the team. The shooting guard, first ballot Hall of Famer. The power forward, first ballot Hall of Famer. They're all bringing their A game to this team project. Why are you trying to pretend that there's A students with him? And you're trying to
He's
say
the A student.
Also,
He's the A student.
so Steph is not an A student? Steph is ranked in
We're
front
not
of him.
we're talking about taking the A student that was on the A team, and he's gonna start his own team with 2 other A students.
And what happened?
And those
These A students didn't show
they
up.
got hurt. So how do you
So now we say you can only play with A students.
They didn't show
Now, it's
up.
only been proven you can only win with
They're
A students.
only showing up. Like you're saying that
It's only proven you can only win with A students. That's been
they're
proven.
not bringing their
That's been
A
proven.
game. They're hurt. They didn't turn their homework in.
So why do you think
they're
Phoenix-
not
why-
there?
why do
It
you
means
think
it's not an
Phoenix didn't
A
work?
team. It means
Why do you
if
think
you
Phoenix-
don't have an A team, then we're not going to
not
see A results.
Why do you think
Yes,
Phoenix didn't work?
but you're judging him and saying he's not an A
Because
player.
they thought it was an A team and it's not an A team.
It was an A team in terms of salary.
But you only
Not
had one
the
A.
structure.
You had an A plus player. I would say book like an A.
All right, we ain't talking about this team.
But that's what he's just talking about.
Phoenix.
I'm just
That shit
asking
was-
why it didn't work.
Yeah, but he's saying why it didn't work in Phoenix.
I'm talking
Like
about
they
the
wasn't an A
Brooklyn
team.
He's doing the same thing
I'm talking
she's
about the
doing.
Brooklyn situation.
You're saying he's an A player who brung his A result, and then you know the team project failed, then you're blaming the A student who showed up with an A. They say, y'all failed as a group. Oh, yeah, you failed.
No, because the
You
expectation.
didn't do your thing.
It's the
You
expectation.
didn't do your thing, but his part of it got an A.
Yeah.
Since the-
Because his part got an A last time.
His part, yes.
So come here and do your part and
did
get an
it.
A.
I did. I got an A.
But we didn't get an A. You got an
You
A.
keep saying we when you're talking.
There's only we in team, Gilbert. Stop saying I in team. It's we.
You're saying he brung his A to the team. Him brung an A. So when we say, what did you do? It's an A. Then you say we failed.
Because we're not
you
an
don't
A
want to
team.
grade. You don't want to grade the rest of the people.
Because you want the other guys to be A's too. You want them all to be Hall of Famers.
No,
we're
all
not.
Hall of Fame.
So then why are you
You're
not
trying to-
winning with the D
But
guys?
because you're trying to pretend that when I won,
Who has?
I won, and this is my group, and we won. You're trying to say
Who was D? Name the D guys he won with.
Go ahead, keep going.
Hold on.
I'll get to it.
Please
He
do.
never
That's
never
easy.
won with any D guys.
Excuse me?
He never won with any
Kobe?
D guys.
Yes.
Kobe didn't.
No. He didn't win no championship. With who?
Won 2 in a row.
You think Pau
With
Gasol was
D
a D guy?
Paul Gasol was a D guy first ballot Hall of
One
Fame.
guy.
Point back.
Name the other guys.
Like they had.
Name the other guys.
Yo, you
Why
said
not
all
test?
D guys.
Let a world peace.
But you
Name
said,
the other
I just
guys.
named
Lamar
first
Odom.
ballot
And
Hall of
compare
Fame.
them to Brooklyn Nets.
Lamar Odom.
And compare them to the
Lamar
Brooklyn.
Odom.
Compare them to
What's
the
up?
Brooklyn
Lamar
Nets.
Odom.
That's 2 guys.
They were hurt.
but again,
2 guys.
They were hurt. Kyrie didn't play.
Bro, what? You still D guys on the Lakers?
No, they played.
It wasn't a bunch of A guys
Paul
on the Lakers.
Gasol plays the first ballot Hall of Fame. Lamar Odom is a Hall of Famer.
Why not test? Let a world peace.
So these
y'all
guys are not.
serious?
so that's what I'm saying.
Stop.
You're trying.
Stop, bro.
You're trying to grade.
Let's stop.
If they don't show up, that A is meaningless. He's not turning the homework in.
If Paul Gasol is
Have
not
to turn the
there,
homework.
But he didn't turn. If he's not playing, he didn't turn it in.
He's a part of
I
the
can't
team.
make up his stats.
Bro.
He didn't turn it in.
Still don't
He's
get it.
done.
He don't.
Kyrie this year.
It's not
He's done. When
individual
he got
deal.
hurt, he was physically done. He's not turning it in the paper.
The only A player I ever seen take some D players to the finals was LeBron. Just gotta say that. 09.
But they.
You said to the finals.
But they said they
said
played
to the
though.
finals. You say to the championship.
huh?
to the finals.
Yeah.
Finals.
Not talking about to the finals. We're talking about winning.
2007.
about winning.
2007 Caps.
That too.
They did
Win.
get swept.
Them
Got
too.
swept by the Spurs.
This ain't
They get swept.
discrediting Kate. It's just understanding the metric of expectations. You are expected to do this. The fans are giving you shit because you went here. You haven't won since then. That's not a knock against his talent or what he does.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
That's what they're
It's an
saying.
expectation.
No, they're saying it's a knock.
Who said it's a knock?
They
That's
are.
what it is.
What do you?
That's what the words are.
The words are
The
criticism.
Read the
Criticism for
Read
not
the
winning.
word about the trajectory of his legacy or whatever.
I think it's time to admit Kevin
his
Durant's
his
trajectory after leaving Golden State is very underwhelming.
Okay, this is a random fan.
His.
A random fan says something like this, and we're entertaining it because
No,
it's
his
what
legacy.
true.
Legacy.
Is
Kevin
it
Durant-
true?
Kevin Durant
His
entertained it.
legacy.
Okay.
His legacy.
Okay.
His first. His.
And what was
So
the
does
next
your
statement?
legacy?
And what was the next
does wins
statement?
and
Hold on.
losses count in your
Hold on,
legacy?
Shai, what was the next statement, please?
Said, brother, you sadly have not been out of the second round ever since you left Golden State. Perhaps a change of scenery might change that. Also said, what have you done since leaving? Brooklyn was a failure. Phoenix currently is a failure, and you're about to jump ship to the next best available
That's
team.
all team references.
LO.
Yeah.
Yes.
So why did he bring up stats?
His legacy.
He brought up stats.
His legacy.
No, ask
You're
the
the
question
beginning.
again.
The
That same
first.
one.
The
It
first
said
is the
what?
first part. Then you're using
They're
team.
explaining why his legacy is
You're
not what it
using-
is because of those
What was
teams
the
that
second
failed.
part you just said? The
Hey,
second.
the second part. It's the first part that got his attention.
What's the second part you said?
What?
His team.
The second.
Brother, you sadly have not been out of the second round ever since you left
That
Golden
part.
State. Then also,
No,
what
but
have you
it's
done
safe to
since
say that
leaving?
Kevin Durant's
Legacy.
legacy.
The beginning is
underwhelming.
Yeah, that's
individual.
great. I'm talking about what he just said just now.
No,
That's
you can't
just the
erase the
reasoning. That's the
beginning.
reasoning.
I want to.
Because he's
I
addressing
want
the
to.
beginning of
But
it.
these are two different statements.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's not the same statement. Those are two different posts.
And he-
that you
no,
just
it's
mentioned, right?
multiple posts.
One post and then the other
No.
post, right?
There was two separate posts, but
Thank
both
you.
alluding
Come
to
on,
the
guys,
same
stop
thing.
gaslighting
No,
me.
can you say
guys,
the
stop
first
gaslighting me.
So first
Come on,
post-
guys, stop
First
gaslighting
post was
me.
from Hannah, right?
Stop
First post,
gaslighting
I think
me,
it's
guys.
time to admit Kevin Durant's trajectory after leaving leaving Golden State
That's
is
one
very
different
underwhelming.
person.
Yes.
That's
one
one
different
person.
person.
Yes.
One
And he
person.
says, I disagree.
I highly
Yes.
disagree. Then he said, want to debate? Question mark, question mark.
So then it's another person he responded to.
That said, brother, you sadly have not been out of the second round ever since you left Golden State. Perhaps a change of scenery might change that. His response to that person was, it's a team sport. I'm not playing tennis. And then the third person said, what have you done since leaving? Brooklyn was a failure. Phoenix currently is a
have you
failure.
done?
You're about to jump ship to the next available team. His response to that person was All-Stars, 50, 40, 90, All-NBA, efficient buckets, brother.
Yeah.
Also got a career high assist one year, hit 30K points, won a couple Olympic golds and MVPs. What a career, and I'm still going. I love my
He said,
life.
what have you
done?
Like,
What
he
have
didn't say,
you-
what have your team? He said, what have you done?
What y'all did.
Yeah, he said, what have you done?
Oh, what I've done is I've showed up
Yeah,
with it.
this is what I have done.
All right, well, let's shift this and let's talk about the current NBA Finals going on. So Game 3 of the NBA Finals tips off tonight in Indiana.
About him?
It's very important. Can we save the best for last?
Yeah, I
as
mean,
they say?
shit, we got 18,000 people not talking about him.
The best-
Shit, we talked
the
about them motherfuckers yesterday.
And Gil, I want you to look
Motherfuckers
at the
like
number in the chat
12,000.
right now.
Ah, damn.
Look at the number in the chat right now. We will see if it improves,
Oh, it's
improves or
gonna drop.
decreases.
We already
So game
And then they
three,
blame me talking about I'm knocking them. No, motherfuckers, y'all knocking them.
so game 3 of the NBA Finals tips off tonight in Indiana. Let's talk about some interesting subjects with both teams. First, SGA joined some elite company during the Thunder's Game 2 win in the NBA Finals. So let's take a look at that. So after his 34-point performance, Shai became just the fourth MVP since the NBA and ABA merger to score 3,000 points in a single season, including playoffs.
Yo, go ahead.
No, the other three to do it, MJ, who did it 5 times in his career,
Where I'm going with this.
Shaq, and also Kevin Durant, who we just previously talked about.
The simple, sure fact that there's a guy on that list that didn't make anything outside of the fucking paint.
No.
Yo,
No. You can go even further. You
Okay,
can-
yeah.
You can just add it.
yeah.
Most of them, all 4 of them, inside the 3-point line.
That too, but the other guy,
98% of their game inside the free throw line.
but the one guy,
I know.
But the one guy is definitely the fact that he is on that list for 3,000 points in the season.
So without just MVPs, 12 players
Oh shit!
have done it when you expanded. You got MJ, Luka, Harden, KD, Kobe, Shaq, Bob McAdoo, Kareem, Rick Barry, and Elgin Baylor.
How many times each?
so-
They only did it once, or did somebody
That have
yeah,
done it in the season. So MJ did it 10 times, Will did it 5 times.
Harden is the
Yeah, I
only
don't know
one.
them numbers. I don't
Harden's
know.
the only one who was a 3-point guy that lived on the 3-point line.
Yeah, that part.
So question for the couch, where does SGA season rank amongst the top scoring seasons all time when you look at that information?
Does it
30 points per game, 50% from the
all
field.
time?
All time.
Man, this some man. You better go.
How
back
many
and
people's
look
on that
at
list?
this.
How many people's on
On the
that
3,000.
Oh, this is just an overall list, but he
Out of ranking out of this?
one of 4 MVPs with 3,000 total points in the season.
of the 4 MVPs. I'm gonna.
It's the MVP season.
The MVP season, but 12
I'm gonna
players
go
have done
4.
I gotta look.
12 players have done it, including non-MVPs.
So this list that you're just gonna give him, put him at 4.
What's the question?
So where does SGA season rank amongst the top scoring seasons all time?
But not just on this of all.
So 12 players have done it, scored over 3,000 points, including playoffs in the season.
What's the percentage? What's the shooting percentage?
Shooting over 50% from the field.
Not even a metric anybody can even come off the top of their head and give you a real straight answer.
Jordan's one.
SGA shot 51% from the field, 36% from 3, 89% from the free throw line. Has 3,032.
How many pistol Pete average in the season?
Kobe averaged 28.
Well, 40 piece.
Man, you got guys like Elgin Baylor out this bitch. You got goddamn played in Denver, Kiki.
So Pistol Pete average, his high was 31.1. Kiki, consistent 20
Fat.
piece.
You said scoring?
Yeah. You said scoring season. Stop scoring of all time.
Yeah,
Like,
scoring
what does
season
he
of all
rank?
time.
What-
Score season all time. Then what? We'd be second?
You put him second.
When he averaged 30, what? 1?
32.1, I believe, in
He
regular
wanted,
season.
yeah, or averaged 32.
You gotta
Shaq
throw
averaged
Wilton-
29.
Wilton
Shaq
in the
averaged
mix.
29 that year. I mean, Kobe averaged 28 when he won it that year.
I'm not putting
So how are we gonna?
him over.
We're talking about the year, not like.
But I'm not putting him over Shaq though. So no point. That shit was listen. Man couldn't make free throws and didn't have a jump shot.
Man had 40, 24. He had 40 and 24. He was 11 for 18 from the field, and he missed 21 free throws. He shot 39 free throws.
So it's not even
He missed 21.
Debate, in my opinion.
He missed 21. SJ shot 39 free throws. He's not missing 21.
No, he's not. But imagine Shaq can shoot.
He's making about 32 to 33 of those.
Absolutely.
He missed.
He had 90.
He shot
Wait,
61 for
what was?
61.
Wait, what did you say? How many total points was it
His 3,032 total points.
when he won the MVP?
Yes, MVP season.
MVP season. So this is Shade's MVP season
So that four
The
list.
other three guys did the same thing.
as MVPs. Scored over 3,000. Since the NBA-ABA merger.
Is this playoffs included?
Yes.
Oh, I was going to
As
say.
I said,
Yes,
Like,
playoffs.
Okay.
looking at it.
I'm
single
like-
season including playoffs.
Okay.
Yes, including.
Okay.
So I'm going with Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, I will too.
I'm just whoever has the most points. Then I'm going with whoever has the total most points at that point. Then.
Not Shaq for sure.
I'm going with Shaquille O'Neal.
More impressive.
Just
More dominating too,
Just-
like just the
All
way he
dunks
did
and
it.
shit.
But it's the fact that SJ is even worthy of being in that discussion.
He averaged 32.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
he
were
won
you-
MVP. So
Like, what is your actual question?
The question I just asked you, Gilbert,
Ask it again.
would you like me to?
Yes.
Where does SJ's season rank amongst the top scoring
The
seasons
season
all
itself.
time?
Let's see if they win.
Then yeah, Jordan's won because I think that was a 35 first team everything.
You smart.
That was first team everything.
You smart. You smart.
Shaq, they won championship too.
Gotta win it. Yeah, gotta win it.
KD didn't win it.
man, listen, Jack.
Shit, I mean he's on the list. I mean,
Yeah, I'm
top
saying-
four.
Yeah, because he won
Top four, you know what I mean? It's
MVP, yeah, it's,
top four. How about that?
bro,
Yeah, man.
brother man.
So let's shift over to the Pacers side. So no love lost between Tim Hardaway Sr. and Tyrese Halliburton. As some of you may remember, Timmy pulled up to the arena during All-Star Weekend and said he wanted to take down the Halliburton.
If I go back and put on my shit and suit up, I want to go fuck up Halliburton. I want to go fuck him up. He talks so much shit.
Okay.
I want to go back and bust his motherfucking
I love it.
ass.
I love it. I love that shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
energy.
he talks
Yeah.
so much shit. I want to go back. I want to bust his ass.
So you want to bust
put the
Tyrese
jersey on
Halliburton's
underneath
ass
that,
because
right?
he talks too much.
Right. And he think he all that.
So Hali saw the clip. Hali saw the clip, offered this response. He said, tell the world the real reason you feel this way, Tim. Which left many to speculate. What would be the real reason that Tim feels this way?
I'm trying to fuck him up.
So Hardaway later doubled down on his comments. The beef has now spilled over to the finals. So during an interview on the Pacers post-up on the Believe Network, Timmy had this to say about Hallie's trash talking during the playoffs.
This is my thing with Halliburton. All right. I'm a shit talking person on the court. Okay. If you out there and you gonna talk shit, I talk shit whether I'm losing or whether I'm winning. All right. You just can't talk smack when you are winning. That's when guys don't like you. Guys like you, and when you talking smack when you losing too. Say that's all right. We gonna get you next time. We gonna come for your butt. Yeah, we go. Yeah, y'all got us this time, but we gonna get y'all next time. And you better be ready. And you better be ready. And so and so. You know, you like y'all had one of the best smack talkers in the league with Chuck Person, the Rifleman, and Reggie Miller. All right. And then you had one of the best talk smackers as a coach, and Larry Bird. He talked when he was losing, and all of them talk when they was winning. So that was my problem with Halliburton. When you out there winning, you can give it to him. But even when you lose, don't clam up. Don't get real small. I can't see you. And then you don't want to talk smack and you hiding behind your teammates, stuff like that.
So Tim Hardaway Sr. have a point about Hallie's trash talk, or is he just hating?
So have Tim told the world why he really mad? That's still an answer to the question. Right, that's like you just can't double down and you can't come at me and you ain't answered the question yet that I asked you, homie.
And I ain't even said nothing to you.
Like,
You just double down on
Yeah,
me.
you gonna double down? You didn't answer the question.
That was the question. He said, "Why you mad at me?" I'm mad. I hate him because he smacks something.
No, but Tyrese hadn't. But that ain't the.
Yeah.
Tell the real reason.
Real reason.
It ain't got nothing to do with basketball.
At all.
Huh?
At all.
Some is speculated, work related.
Work related,
He
man.
took his work. Hali took his work.
Unk might have got his work cracked.
He ain't take no work. His work chose up. That's what happens when you old. Your work leaves
No,
you when
I'm
you
just
old.
kidding.
No motherfucker don't take shit. They leave.
Tim Hardaway Sr. showing that black don't crack, though. Shout out.
Hey,
I mean, it's,
Tim
like-
gotta relax, man.
the statement that Tim is saying, like, that is why players probably voted him most overrated. The reason that they probably don't respect his game like it should be is the same reason that we was talking about the Dylan Brooks thing. You can't talk shit when you're winning, and then when you lose, you don't want to talk to media. You ain't bumping your gums no more. Like as a basketball player, like that's how we know who's who. You talking both sides of it. Like Gary Payton, no matter what the score is, he's running at the mouth. That's why people like it. Like you're just not a front runner. So I guess that's what he's calling him.
But do you feel like Hali's a front runner? Obviously, if I hit a big shot in the Garden or if I hit a big shot in the playoffs, I'm a.
Okay, cool. But when you get,
If I miss that shot, I'm probably not going to talk.
when you're getting beat by 25, are you still out there bumping your gums? Are you still out there talking shit? Like that's what makes the
losing.
that's what makes the
nothing
player.
to talk about.
That's what makes the player. Like when you go to the podium, like when you did the choking, you sitting there, choking shit out that motherfucker, huh? And then when you lose, your ass in the car.
But he's
Wait,
still at
hold
the
on.
podium.
No. Because when you did the choke shit, I was up here talking like, yeah, he got the best of us.
No,
All right,
nobody-
well, there's another game though.
Nobody
We'll see.
ever did that. Nobody ever does that. When I'm talking shit, you're shutting up and you're listening to me talk shit because you're getting your ass busted. Ain't nothing you can say to me. And if you even try to say something, I'm going to overtalk you because I'm beating your ass. Shut up, nigga. Shut up. Shut up.
And then when you lose,
Now, when I'm losing, guess what you can do? Tell me the same fucking shit. And guess what I got to do? Shut the fuck up. Because I'm losing.
no, but
That's how the game go. When I talk shit and I'm busting your ass, boom. Just like this. Nigga say, he think he all that. No, nigga, you think I'm all that. I don't think shit. You do. You see what I don't. I don't get to see me walk around, nigga. That's confidence. You hate it. I get it. I get it. I get it. But when it's time to strap up and I talk shit better than you, then just, you gotta live with it. Because if I'm hitting game winners and I'm talking shit, you gonna tell me to talk shit when I lose? Nah, nigga, you talk shit when you win.
You would still trash talk when you were losing the game?
every GOAT did it, right?
No.
Right? Isn't that what made the GOAT the GOAT? That they didn't give a fuck what the score was. They still gonna do their thing. Like I'm
says
pretty
that's the
sure
mark
when
of a
Kobe's
real-
04-05 season, he was out there running his motherfucking, yeah, y'all can't guard me. Y'all better bring 6-7 of you motherfuckers out here or we are coming back. Oh, that was a dumbass foul. We coming back. Oh, shit, y'all fucking. He's talking the whole game down or up.
Scoreboard.
That's what made him scary.
Scoreboard.
Because it didn't matter. You still had to respect that man. He didn't give a fuck who was on the court, what the score was. He was talking. Jordan was talking. He plays on the Wizards. Was he what? Talking. I'm still me. Nigga down 30. I'm still me. Come get this work. You better double.
Everybody don't have that confidence.
That's what I'm
the
saying.
confidence.
So the cap,
That's the
right now
confidence
we're
of
talking about is now everybody got to have that.
That's what we're judging off of. That's the era he grew up in.
Who? Tim? Yeah. Tyrese Halliburton didn't grow up in that.
So that's what he's saying. I don't like it.
Yeah, you don't like it because you want it.
You only bouncing around when you're winning. You don't got no confidence in yourself.
So this is
What
the
the
thing,
fuck,
right?
man? I don't got to bounce around when I'm losing.
So the era that Tim Hardaway played in, right? The 90s era of basketball, late 80s, 90s era of Tim Hardaway's career, the way basketball was, it was a masculine thing. Masculinity stood out first, right? There was no locker room that you could have walked in with your nails painted.
Ever.
Just
Unless
saying.
you was Dennis
Ever.
Unless you was Dennis Rodman.
Unless you was just
Unless you was
crazy.
Unless
Yeah,
they
yeah,
knew,
that's what they
unless they
labeled you
knew
as.
what
Fact.
you were like.
You knew what you was on.
He about that
Yeah,
bullshit.
Dennis go out with Madonna.
Yeah,
Dennis
they
a fucking
fucking
rock
with
star.
Madonna, yeah,
Dennis
for
a
sure.
fucking rock star, so
Yeah.
Dennis don't count,
Jimi Hendrix.
right? So the way you had to approach it, if you didn't talk shit back, when you were down, they just gonna
Write you off.
write you off, run right over you from
We're
this
not
point on,
listening
right?
to you no more. You
There's
ain't,
nothing else that you can say. This generation, more sensitive, more, I'm in my feelings, we lose. It's okay for me to talk to the media like this now because we lost, and I don't really like when you guys go after me because I just got done talking shit yesterday, and
You don't even know how to rebuttal.
they
You don't even know how to.
they don't understand it.
No,
So
fuck no.
because it's the level of competition night in, night out, each possession night in, night out allows them to be this way, unfortunately. Right? They're skilled, absolutely. Talented, absolutely. But generations of from the competition part of it that Tim is speaking of, right? It sounds personal. It really does. I'm trying not to think about it in a personal manner. I'm trying to think about it in this competition manner, right? So if that's the angle, then yeah, I get it, where he's coming from. But it really sounds fucking personal. That has nothing to do with basketball. Because this man, like, I understand, like there are a lot of the things that you could mention about his game.
Yeah.
And that he's doing, that he's not doing in order, like, to help his team, the game that he hasn't played well, playing the same position that you play. There's a lot of shit that you could have went to
Yes.
before the shit talking.
Yes.
In my opinion, right? Because y'all play the same position, so you're able to critique it.
Yes.
Right?
That part.
That's my thing.
That
So
part.
it comes across as personal
Yeah.
now.
That
But
part.
isn't that critiquing it?
Nah.
Right? He's basically
Yeah,
saying,
but it's like I
he's
said,
saying
it's a lot of
He
this
said
shit.
I don't like the way
He's
you
not
shit
critiquing his
talk
game.
He's saying when you
after you
Yeah,
success.
that's my thing.
So
So
when you're
that's-
losing,
Yeah, he's talking about his
yeah.
celebration.
No, what I'm saying is you
He's talking about
celebrate, but when
celebration.
you're losing, you don't show up.
Yeah, so but my thing is
That's part of
there's
the-
a lot of the shit that, in my opinion, that you could have got to, that you could have talked about, which we didn't see the
whole-
totality
yeah,
of the
before
interview.
interview. Yep.
But this part of it, just like there's a lot of the shit because you played the position that you could have critiqued him on, and it would have been the same message as this. Just because you, like I said, it sounds personal in my opinion.
Yeah.
It really sounds like, and when for Tyrese to respond that way,
Tell him why you.
tell him
he knows
the
the
real reason.
Why you really hating on me?
Right? So that's, and
Like,
it's
I'm
just like,
trying to take the personal out. I'm just talking about.
I am too.
We had the argument. We said the same
Yeah.
thing about Dylan Brooks
Yeah.
and why nobody will respect him
Yeah.
in the locker room.
Yeah.
Coming
Yeah.
on the team. Because when everything is popping,
Yeah, but
when everything is popping, you there. When shit ain't going well, you hide.
Yeah, but when Hali wins or loses, he still goes to the podium.
He
I think the
still
Dylan
Nah, you're
Brooks.
talking about like this is on court. This is not. This is on court. Like
Holly's
when
not doing all the
when
shit
shit-
that what's the name is saying he doing though. You don't over exaggerate Holly's shit talking because he's shit talking like Trae Young shit talks.
And-
It's all subliminal. It's all the little shit that you hate to see. But he ain't all out there talking
But
crazy and all that.
When Trae Young losing, he still run his mouth. Just like Shai still runs his mouth, Anthony Edwards still run his mouth, Giannis still. It just that's just how they play the
it's
game.
confidence. So
It's basically saying he don't have no confidence when he's losing.
yes,
That's
that's
what
what
he's
he's
saying.
saying, right? And them other guys, they have the people that you named. They have MVPs to stand on. They have other things to stand on. So when people can try to, if they don't want to talk or if they do behave a certain way, it's like, motherfucker, I didn't want, fuck you, right? They had that. He don't have that yet. So it's more sensitive and it's real time. And so, but like I said, I'm trying not to think about it being a personal manner, but it's giving me that.
He think he all that. That's all I needed to hear. I hear that all the time. I hear it in the circles, the birds chirping, and everybody's saying it. Man, who the fuck this nigga with the crown think he is? Huh? Why y'all got him still on the show? He ain't never did shit. Watch me though.
They're watching.
That's all they gotta do.
But I guess to spin it, we talked to Dylan Brooks' side of it, right? Brooks did all poking the bears, doing all that stuff. Team lost. I'm not talking to media. I'm just gonna walk on.
Yeah, that's
to the hotel. When I see Hali lose, I don't see him duck the media. Right?
But we don't know what he's talking on the court, though.
Yeah.
Right? But that's what I'm saying. I'm like, if I'm hitting shots and I'm talking shit, but then when I'm not hitting shots, I'm quiet.
Gil, do you talk shit
Yes.
when you lose?
Yes.
When you was losing to me, you was never talking shit. You was leaving.
Losing to you what?
In the game, in there, when I was winning that trophy, I bringing that bitch in here every weekend. You never was talking shit when you was losing.
You never played me one-on-one on what are you talking about?
Never mind.
Remember when I lost?
Talking shit.
Remember I lost, I kept challenging you and you never showed
Nope.
No? That wasn't the thing?
Nope, because the 3-point contest and we did the
but
contest.
remember,
shit,
we had
all
to
that.
I had to put
You
money
did-
up.
But you didn't talk shit.
What I'm saying is I had to
You
put
didn't
money.
talk
Yes,
shit,
I talk shit.
No. When you
I
lost in the
won and I've been
shootout,
talking shit
when you
still.
lost in the shootout,
I
you did not
won
talk
and
shit.
I'm still talking shit.
When you lost in the shootout, you never talked shit the next day. None of that.
Who
shit.
wasn't?
You. It's nothing
I
to talk
came here
shit about.
talking
You lost.
shit.
You lost. It was nothing to talk shit about. It was me.
I came in here talking shit
Yeah,
still.
he wasn't talking nothing. And he never tried to re-up. And he never tried to come back to the table. We was upstairs. Hey, Gil, we shooting. Oh, no, we're not shooting today.
You let
oh,
him
no.
beat you?
Oh, no, we're not shooting today.
You let him beat
2 on 2, Gil, we doing it. Oh, no. No, I'm not. Oh, you don't want to shoot again? All right, you're not going to talk shit, though?
I didn't even nick my name Agent
gonna
12.
talk shit?
I didn't name myself Agent 12.
I told you that.
Agent 12, Gilbert. Gilbert was also.
I was not doing the same
Gilbert
thing.
was also.
the shirt.
Gilbert was
Talking
also.
shit
That's
still.
not talking shit, man. That's not talking shit to me.
Talking shit
is saying, I'm going to beat your ass regardless when we play. Nigga, I work up every fucking 4:30. Nigga, you ain't got to fucking, that's talking shit. Now, when I get in here and I beat your ass and I don't hear none of that shit, that's the same shit we talking about right now.
But that's a lie.
Because you never did.
You won the game. You won the game on how you won there. And I talk shit for months. I had to create a shooting match for you to get out there. That's how much shit I was talking.
You wanna come outside?
What are you talking about?
Everybody
We had to knock on the door to
Everybody
get him
knows.
outside.
Everybody knows.
Am I wrong? Did we not create a whole
had to do
shootout
this
because you
together.
didn't want the comeback?
We did Larry Day. He didn't show up.
You didn't invite me.
You live here.
You told me run around, move
You
around.
live here.
Move around.
You live
You
here.
told me to move around.
You're
What are you
the host.
talking about?
You were there.
He said you live here.
We yelling at the table. We was yelling like, "Hey, Gil, come down, bro. Come on, bro. Me and Nick. Hey, Nick, get Gil. Where Gil at?"
What they saying, chat? Come on, tell them. Talking.
Shoot right now.
I actually
Yeah,
never
we
talked
got
when I
to run
won.
this back. We got to run this back.
Huh?
We got to run this
When I
back.
won in bowling, I ain't say nothing. When I won in bowling, I didn't talk no shit. Didn't talk no shit.
Didn't talk no shit. Guess who talked shit?
You want
though?
to beat you, though?
He didn't say nothing in bowling. People didn't even know we bowled.
I got to see it to believe
We
it.
ain't even, nobody even know we
Guess who
bowled.
talk shit though?
You? I know you. Was
Guess when I don't talk shit.
When you lose.
you losing.
Mhm. Guess when I lose.
When you lose.
Never.
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 Nigga.
You ain't lost yet?
Never,
Yeah.
nigga. Never.
Shy, you've never lost.
Never.
LeVar Ball.
Never.
I beat his ass so bad in bowling that I had to started off 3 strikes, had to tell my girl, I'm going to just let him win so we can get out of here. We had a warm up, beat the fuck out of him. He said, that don't count. Then we played again, beat the fuck out of him. He's like, okay, you up 1-0. And then we did a third one, 3 strikes. I already see, my hands start doing this.
Yeah.
So I just opened up every frame so we can leave. He got his win, 1-1, we can go.
So get
Y'all didn't even know we even bowled. It was a month before it got mentioned.
That's like the Rocky Apollo Creed hit match that nobody knew about.
Nobody saw it.
Nobody saw.
Yeah, we
But
went.
everybody know that when a nigga get to explaining,
Did I say a lie?
Like a day.
Did I say a lie? What happened?
when a
Okay,
nigga get to
What
explaining,
happened
you
the
know, hey, when nigga start capping, you put that cap on, you say press play.
okay, what happened first? Okay, what happened first game then? Who won? Oh, wait a minute. Who won the practice game?
Tell him what you told me.
Who won the practice game?
You told me, Shad, I can't bowl until I get there, so don't practice.
So yeah, don't practice. We both started off fresh.
Now, did
Who
I not-
won that game?
Did I just buy a ball?
Who won the game?
Did you just tell?
I just asked you who won the game. Now you getting it explaining. I just asked who won the practice game. The practice game.
Who is Big Erm McCracken?
Who won the practice game? And then after the practice game and we had a real game, who won that?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm just saying.
have to
So
run that back.
there was no cap.
That bag,
There was no cap.
No cap. So we wasn't 1-1.
Yeah, it was one. You said I capped.
We gotta have the Gil game.
You cap because you
the
said
Gil
we did
Olympics
3 frames
are in the
and then
works.
you- and then you just quit. And then I won.
I hit three. Started off 3 strikes. You start rubbing your hands, talking about, oh, this
You
is the wrong
started
ball.
drinking.
And then I opened up
You
every
started
frame.
drinking 3-4 drinks in a row, and then looked at your girl. I said, "Look at this nigga. He trying to make an excuse. He gonna leave early
I opened up every frame and you won.
because he was getting drunk. He was missing. He was throwing the shit in the gutter and shit."
When you're inebriated,
He wanted to be done.
have there been no challenges since?
Of course not.
But I have a challenge.
He ain't tried to break that tie.
I have a challenge for everybody in the chat. Let's stick around for MostlyFans.
Hey, Kenyon.
Presented by Underdog.
He ain't tried to break that tie.
Down,
1-1. Motherfucker ain't trying to break that tie.
download Gil. Still talking shit. Okay. Download the Underdog app. Use promo code Gil. Get up to $1,000 in bonus
Tim
cash.
Hardaway.
Plus a special picker.
It's Tim Hardaway versus Halliburton right here.
Watch Gil's mic. As I.
I'm Roy motherfucking Munson out that bitch.
See, I ain't gotta do much.
Hey.
I don't gotta do much, bro.
It's the tie.
I don't gotta do much, nigga. The energy.
We will see if the tie gets broken.
This is the first time he was happy with a tie.
So we have an email question from Underdog user Capo Deuce. So would you trade the #1 pick to Charlotte for LaMelo Ball? That is our MostlyFans question.
Cooper for
Wait. If you're Dallas Mavericks,
If you're who has the #1 picks, would you trade the #1 pick to Charlotte for LaMelo Ball, knowing that you need help at the guard position with Kyrie currently recovering from his injury?
no.
You plan on moving Kyrie?
Because he got to come back.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Like what you gonna do with that?
To the 2?
Nah, Melo's not a 2. You move Kyrie to the 2. Like he was.
Yeah, you can move
like
Kyrie
he was
to
with
the
Luka.
Move Kyrie to the 2. Melo's tough.
Melo is tough. Clay.
But Cooper could be.
Clay.
Man,
Melo.
this man, a big man, 6'10", you can't duplicate that, man. It's hard for me to take a big that has fundamentals, like that plays hard. Fuck if he can average
He can get up and
30.
down the floor.
He plays hard, right? And to trade it for a guard,
Is he just a guard though?
LaMelo?
LaMelo.
I mean, you have Kai.
But he's not
kinda
just a regular guard. Like he's not just somebody you could just be like
That's hard to coach, bruh.
You trade him
LaMelo.
for Cade?
I'm just gonna be hell. Fuck no.
Okay.
Who?
Melo for KD?
Fuck no. K the winner.
No. That's what I'm saying. If you're no, I'm saying no. If you're Dallas,
Oh, if you're Dallas,
Do you
yes,
trade-
yes.
Who? Cade
the #1 pick for Cade.
yes, I would do that. Absolutely.
But Detroit's not
He
coming
moves
up
the
on-
needle.
No, I'm just that's what I'm saying. I'm
You would
saying
make that phone call.
Moves the needle.
But don't you think he fits where he at?
No, I'm just saying if
He
you're gonna
does.
trade
I'm saying,
for a
if
point
you-
guard, I
if you was to trade, if you was to trade for somebody, would I? Yes. Would I
He's saying
trade
LaMelo, no, that's hard to coach. I said Cade,
Yes.
and he's like, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
LaMelo hard to coach.
The style.
How does
The style
how
is
does
hard to coach.
Cooper fit in Detroit?
No,
we're not. We don't give a fuck about. No.
I don't care about
No one
the
gives a
fit
fuck
over
about
there.
Charlotte. We're just saying.
I don't care if he fit over there or not. He just had me would I trade the #1 pick for Cade.
Usually-
Yes. I don't give a fuck how Cooper Flag fits over there.
We're talking about you're Dallas right now.
Yeah, I'm Dallas.
Would
and-
you're getting back Cade?
Oh, so we're not thinking about
Not at all.
Detroit. Okay.
No.
We're not thinking about
Yeah, we
Detroit
don't
hanging
care
the
how
phone
they
up.
end up.
Whatsoever. Not thinking about them whatsoever. It is solely how Dallas will look with Cade Cunningham. Moving forward, yes. I'm a fan.
You can play Cade.
Oh, that's like getting Brandon
Who's
Roy.
at the 2 right now in Dallas?
That's tough.
That's the problem.
Clay.
Yeah, that is the problem.
Clay and-
No,
you
gotta ask that
Clay's
question.
gotta be the 3.
Clay's the 2. PJ Washington's a 3.
Oh, P. Washington's a 3.
So it would push Cade to the 1, Kyrie to the 2.
Yeah, they need a shooting guard or something.
Clay to the
that's gonna-
3.
No, I wouldn't
Yeah,
trade him
Cade is
for
no shot.
LaMelo.
No, I would not.
All right. All right. Well, before we go flawless, please let the people know where they can find you at. They want to check your music out. all
And you
that
guys
good
can
stuff.
find me at FlawlessRI on all social media, flawlessmusic.com. And I appreciate you guys for having me. It's having a good time.
Appreciate you
Great.
pulling up.
And thank you so much.
High level basketball knowledge fit right in on the couch, man. And,
Thank you,
and
man.
big fan of your stuff. So make sure everybody out there, y'all go support Flawless.
Yeah.
Check them
Do
out,
the thing.
man. We got Press Play coming soon, baby
Yeah.
boy. It's a music platform, and we're going to be having a lot of freestyles and shit. Yeah,
The collab.
You know?
Collab the people need. And before we go, Ken, you got something you'd like to say?
Oh yeah, no, man. Today, my anniversary, man. I want to say happy anniversary to me.
The distinguished gentleman from
Stupid as fuck.
Roses and everything, boy. You better have it out.
She when people say like people speak of their significant other and they say better half, like nah, she my better half, bro. Cause without her, listen, Lord knows what this shit would be like for the last 19 years. So
Yeah, we'd all been choked the fuck up by now. Yeah, we know. Can you trust us? We know.
Oh, you know, she's definitely the voice of reason. No, she talks me off the ledge daily, man, and she if nobody can get to me, she can, because she's been around me the longest. Like 19 together, 9 married, man. So it's So she did a bid dealing with me. So before we got
before
shout out beforehand. So happy anniversary, man.
Dope.
Shout out. Kenyon, for doing that. Thank you to everybody in the chat.
Yeah, he gonna
pulling
cry.
up to
He
the
gonna
show.
cry when it cut off.
No. I cried when she said I do. No, I cried when she said I do. No, like, oh no. Now, actually, I didn't even make it to I do. She walked down the aisle.
Okay, yeah.
So this is, if you ain't never been there, man, like when you didn't put somebody through shit and they stuck there with you, oh, listen, bro.
Yeah, no.
Like seeing her walk down the aisle and still to that point,
Smiling and shit.
not just was willing to put up with me all that time, nigga still marry me.
Yeah.
Oh man, I put so much shit on the table with this woman, boy. Man, for her to still say I do, man, if you ain't listen, dog. So yeah.
Well, happy anniversary. Again, appreciate everybody in the chat for pulling up the show. Flawless.
Dinner
Appreciate you taking
on
time.
Underdog, wherever you go.
Underdog, put the card down. No boo.
Put the card down. Yeah, that's it.
Gil said it, so you got to do it. Gil said he do it.
Dead ass.
But this has been another episode of Gil's Arena presented by Underdog. Whoa, whoa. We will see y'all tomorrow.
Shit, let me change this reservation.